Sweet, let's go. Dude, I don't know why this is working. why is this YouTube thing being weird? So I went live, right? But I'm trying to update the game title, and I click it, and it just says nothing. In fact, oh, it's really glitched out. Alright, I'm just not gonna press it. Still not live. Alright, let's mess with these settings. LC Music Tracks. Happy New Year. What's up, LC? I haven't seen you all year. How are you? How are you? Hope you are doing well. Hope all's well. It is, man. It's pretty good. I actually had the week off thanks to the weather. So I got a lot done for making some lore videos for the channel. I posted one yesterday. Hey, Robert, thanks for subscribing. That's the first time that emote's been used, or that new sub emote has been used. Let me just finish this up real quick. Oh, is my keyboard broken right now? Hold on. No, it's not. YouTube's just being weird. Alright, whatever. Whatever. Alright, I'm gonna tweet it out. Basically, this is gonna be a live reaction to the Twitch stream. Over here, and we're just gonna wait for them to be live. So yeah, it should be pretty exciting. I guess I can go full webcam. I haven't done that in a while. Full webcam, pretty exciting stuff. All right, let's check out chat. One of the coolest features of YouTube is popping up chat. Hey, hello, what's up, Thomas? White Tiger might have won. I kind of hope so, actually. What's up, Colin has a beard? What's up? I still don't know how to say your name, man. Bart Lomia, man. I know it's you because you had the Massacre logo, the Massacre photo, but I always butcher your name. Reed Richards, hello. Who do you want to win? So actually, so my top three was Deathlock, White Tiger, and Gladiator. And I don't really care who wins. I kind of want White Tiger just because we have so many cosmics, but either one I'm not going to be upset about. I'm around just a little time to spread love to the streams. I appreciate it. White Tiger and White Wolf will come. I mean, hey, we have Winter Soldier in the game, so that might be your White Wolf. I hope it's White Tiger. Hey, what's up, Fast Out Loud? How are you? Hoping it's Tiger. White Tiger, let's go. For another class in Cosmic and Science. Yeah, we do. The winners have been Cosmic and Science. And the runner-up has been Tech and Skill, so it would be pretty cool to get a Mystic. If we don't get Agatha this year, I still think we will. Bart. Just call you Bart? Fair enough. Okay, fair enough. Just like one of my favorite DC characters, Bartholomew. Alright, JX, if you're right about April and June champions, super excited, but I want Gladiator to win. Fair enough, man. Gladiator would be cool. Like, I think whoever wins is going to be pretty sweet. Gladiator wins, Psycho Man better be the best counter for lore. Okay. See, I don't know that. See, Psycho Man is one of those weird characters where, like, I vaguely knew about him, but him coming to the contest just, like, threw me for a loop, to be honest. It really did. For the Mutant event in June, my thoughts chance for the event is Banshee, Polaris, Force, Firestar, Mimic, Armor, or Dazzler. Well, Armor and Dazzler lost the vote last year to get into the Summer's Choice, so it can't be them. Polaris, I think it's Forge, but Polaris is actually a good answer. Same with Banshee. Firestar lost this vote. He lost round 1, so it can't be him. Still him for Gladiator. Hey, what's up, Bowtie? Yeah. Jay, you're so hot. Thank you. Gerardo. Miranda, hello. All right. It's fun to stream. I love streaming. It's one of my favorite things to do. All right. We're just waiting. Okay. Flannel Jax, Kabam Jax, just tweeted out. Alright, so I am going to be streaming this, but I want you guys to go to the stream itself. I want to put that as a pinned thing, so you guys know exactly what we're talking about. So I pinned that. If you're not follow them on Twitch, there it is. I'm more of a YouTube person, so I wanted to live stream it. they gave us the go to restream it. Gladiator's strength comes from his confidence in emotions. So I feel like, oh yeah, that is actually a good point. Especially, yeah, his powers come from his confidence. So if he loses confidence, he has no powers. And with Psycho Man, he can put doubts in his mind, and that makes him lose his powers. Yeah, I 100% agree on that. Has Summer Choice been announced yet? No, not yet. We are live reacting to it. So we're just waiting for Kabam to, we're just waiting for them to press live, and we'll watch them live. My good friend Xander is going to be on the stream, so I'm very excited for him. And Karate Mike as well will be there. I think Kabam Jax is going to be there, and Kabam Niv will be there as well. So Kabam Niv is a champion designer who's made some sweet characters. White Tiger got a win. Hell yeah, Techno. How you doing, man? And yeah, in a few minutes, it's they said they're doing at 1 p.m. Pacific. It's 3 p.m. my time, which is in 3 minutes. We need the Inner Circle Realm contest. We have 3 Emma Frost. We have 3 Emma Frost, Phoenix, and Sunspot. We need Sebastian Shaw, and even Donald Pierce, Celine. There's a lot of characters who don't have in the game, and I for sure would want to see them for sure. Are we gonna be able to see cam streams on here? Yeah, I'm gonna show their stream. There's nothing happening right now. There's nothing happening right now. So as soon as it goes live, I'll switch my screen to show them. Hey, what's up, Frojo? How are you? We're almost there. Yes, we are. Now, they are going to be discussing the winner, and they're going to be discussing the new champions, and having the RPG designer. Yeah, they're going to talk about RPG. They said RPG designer, which is kind of interesting. It's 3:57 here Eastern. Nice. 2 minutes. Let's go. Yeah, how are you, Frojo? How are you? Yeah, there could be some sweet surprises too. So another reason why I wanted to stream it live. List of champions I need buffs: Phoenix, Drax, Psylocke, Cyclops, Moon Knight, Iron Fist, Star-Lord, Rhino, Rogue, and many others. Absolutely. In fact, I was just talking to some Kabam members about buffing some people, so I was like giving them ideas. Nah, I'm just kidding. Yeah, there's absolutely characters that need to get buffed. And Phoenix, man, she needs to be a powerhouse in the Cosmic class. Drax, kind of the same way. He just needs to be better. He's outdated. You know, he's a 2014 champion. Psylocke as well. Cyclops, another one. Moon Knight too. Iron Fist. I mean, plenty of characters, man. Too bad we can't get them to talk about State of the Battle Ram update. Yeah, man. I know. I bugged Kabam about it. I was like, hey, are we getting this? Like, do I need to be excited? Do I need to be upset? But all will be revealed eventually. So I'm just waiting on it. Probably in April is what I'm guessing. I want Mystique in the game as soon as, you know, she's a character that has to switch her models, which makes the game crash. So as soon as they fix that, she can come to the game, and I will be very happy. Yeah, there's lots of exciting stuff. Okay, they are live now, so let's switch my screen. Let's make sure I don't have them muted. Oh, well, it said they're live. Let's go to theater mode, so I'm full screen. Let's refresh the page. There we go. Let's get rid of the non-copyright music. Look how sweet that is. Like, look how sweet this is. I mean, whoever designed this is so good. Hey, what's up, Cyber? List of other champions for the later 2023: Jocasta, Moonstar, Luna Snow. She'd be sweet. Polaris, Cloak and Dagger, Iron Spider, Kazar. Ooh, that'd be interesting. Blah, Pyro, Avalanche, Vertigo, Black Knight. Sweet picks. I don't personally have any of those on my predictions, but many of those I want. Like, seriously. Well, we have Zordman that can switch his model, so Mystic. Well, so he doesn't switch his model. He just switches his. He stays the same model, but he switches his textures. So it's not quite. It's still kind of what I'm talking about, but I I don't know, like it's hard to explain if you get what I'm saying. Like he still physically is that same size versus like Mystique would have to switch to other characters, right? Like she'd have to switch her female model to Wolverine, for example, or Sentinel or something like that. You know what I mean? I look at champs that come from the Marvel books. I have to come even trick shot. There's plenty of characters, man. I'm seriously excited for. All right, make sure nothing's muted. All right, cool. Yeah, there should be plenty of stuff. Make sure the audio's fine. Yes, sir. It's Bullseye. The whole thing was a sham. Lol. I saw I showed that picture to my brother, like what I have as a thumbnail, and he was like, "Oh, that's Bullseye." And I was like, "No, it's not Bullseye." He lost. I'm kind of glad he lost. It's funny. Come on, White Tiger. I'm excited, man. We have plenty of characters to come to the game, and to vote for one is always super fun. And hopefully, and you know what's crazy too is like don't even be upset if like one loses, because we've seen the second runner-up besides Agatha come to the game. So regardless, I think it's a win-win. Could Bam play the suspense? Ooh.
Hello, Summoners, and welcome to the second ever official Marvel Contest of Champions live stream right here on twitch.tv/kabam. Thank you all for being here. We have an exciting show on this beautiful February 3rd, 2023. I'm your community manager, Jax, one of your community manager team, and I'm thrilled to be here to hang out with all of you Summoners and talk all things Summoner's Choice 2023. Like I said, we have a fantastic show with a lot of new and exciting things. We will be talking to our lead RPG designer about their contributions to the Summoner's Choice campaign. We're going to have a couple conversations with content creators about why they think White Tiger and Gladiator should be the new contestants here in Marvel Contest of Champions. And of course, we will be revealing the champion who will be joining us at the end of 2023 as your Summoner's Choice.
So at the end of 2023.
So
whoever comes to the game.
Thank you all for being here. Let's say hey to some people. I see an awesome Fox in chat. I see J. Carluz. welcome. David Foda. Hello. King Aries. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Honestly, it's one of my favorite ways to interact with you guys as a community. It's always been so much fun. This will be only the second one. We are hoping to continue to grow this platform and continue to bring you guys very fun and accessible content. I'm just thrilled.
Legacy was in the last stream.
Let's get right into some things. Let's lay some ground rules here first. Again, this is the second time that we have done a live stream here. And from the get-go, one of our goals has been making this a fun and welcoming space for everybody. I don't know if you guys watched the last stream. We have mods that are hanging out in chat. Feel free to hop into the chat, everybody. Let them know that you're there. They're going to be watching on things. Don't be foolish here. We're all here. We're excited. I get it. Inevitably, with Summoner's Choice being down to 2 finalists, half of us might be disappointed, but we're here to have a good time and celebrate all things Marvel Contest of Champions. So let's just, let's all buy into that and we won't have any issues whatsoever. Again, we are trying to do more here on Twitch. I've been asked the question, why Twitch? Why not use YouTube? We're trying to grow a new platform here. It's a new way for us to be able to engage with each and every one of you on a more personal level. You guys can ask your questions. We can answer them directly here in the chat. And of course, we are working towards new and exciting things on Twitch, such as Twitch drops. Again, those of you unaware, a Twitch drop is something that gives you an in-game item for watching content here on Twitch. That's something that we have very smart people working on feverishly behind the scenes, and we're hoping to implement at some time in the future. So we are thrilled that you have all elected to join us here. We did our first stream a few weeks ago talking about Eternity of Pain Acceptance, and I had an absolute blast talking to Kevin, one of our lead quest designers as well. I think this one's going to be just as good, if not better, and I'm thrilled to see a lot of new names here as well. I'm seeing Hyper, I'm seeing Dynamics PST, first-time chatters, welcome on, and Tom Selk.
Good day, super
Again, everybody, thank you so much for being here. It's great to see you guys.
Last time here, what's up, Natalie?
From you in the chat, before we dive in here,
how was the audio?
I need to know from you, White Tiger or Gladiator, who is it that you want to see bring home Summoner's Choice 2023?
Yeah, who do you guys think?
I have in my
White
hands
Tiger
here
was winning.
the envelope
Oh my
of
god,
the
that's
winner.
Cap Murdoch's Nimrod.
I have not seen the winner. I was kicked out of multiple meetings this week because they wanted to discuss the winner, and they wanted to make sure I didn't know who it was. So we are going to start a little timer right here, slowly. I see a lot more White Tiger than I expected. If
White Tiger has
honest,
won every fan
that's
vote
not what
I've
I
seen.
expected. But
I'm going to be
that's
surprised
who I
if she
want to
loses.
win, so.
So far, I haven't been surprised.
Right,
I thought Hercules
start
was
this
going to win.
timer, and in 1
1
hour,
okay.
60 minutes here,
Fair enough.
we will reveal
I knew Quicksilver was
our
going to win.
winner. In that time,
So
we're going to be talking about all things Summoner's Choice. We're going to give you a massive, massive peek behind the curtain of what it takes to take a champion simply from name to being implemented into the game, both in an artistic perspective.
I love those
as well
videos
as a
they do, the
gameplay and
breakdowns, like,
RPG
you know, we saw with
perspective.
Hercules and
I'm
Quicksilver.
thrilled
Like,
to get into that as well. I've said
content.
thrilled like 4
White
times.
Tiger's
Don't
winning the
worry
whole
about me. I'll
thing.
find a new
Hell
adjective
yeah.
soon. Let's move on.
Gladiator. Ooh, we got
We're
a
going to
Gladiator.
start things off with a new segment that we are calling Noteworthy Community Quotes. So we've got a nice little slideshow that we've got here for you all. Again, part of my job as your community manager is to find new and engaging ways to bring you all together, and I want to highlight some of those moments where you guys are engaging in such positive, encouraging ways. So I pulled together some noteworthy community quotes across all of our different platforms, whether you're in the forums or commenting on Instagram and Twitter. We see you guys, as well as I see you guys here as well.
Wish they could do more of those breakdowns.
Let's dive into our first one here.
That would be cool. I like the peek behind the curtain.
Noteworthy community quotes from the forums. A thread under best things in life are free. Max the Silent had this to say: today I went to spin my Cavalier crystal from the daily TV
first female wouldn't be great. No more sausage choices.
Instead, I got a 6-star Nexus, which yielded a first-time
We absolutely need more female champs.
I've actually been saving a 6-star Mutant Awakening gem for her, so I was ecstatic when she showed up.
But
I wish everybody similar luck from their free
and I believe that
crystals.
Kabam is looking at adding more female champions this year.
Incredible, Max. That is a massive pull. Congratulations.
March, I think
Kitty was one of my first 6 stars as well. I only have 10. And she's an absolute beast. And shout out to you for trying to take your own positive
Chorus, how are you, man?
And spread that to other people.
How are you? I need a mod.
Massive shout outs to you,
I actually was going to mod you.
Let's move along here to our next one from Twitter on the announcement here. The Summoner's Choice final round announcement. We have Blazed chiming in to say, only hot people vote White Tiger.
That's a hot girl summoner.
If I'm being honest, this one made me laugh out loud as I was reading it, so we had to include it here. We got Morningstar looking a little provocative over the shoulder there. We've got a lot of heat coming off the Morningstar. It's beautiful. Perfect. Thank you, Blaze. Let's move on to our third quote here. From the forums, under a thread of the same title, Marvel Fan 30 says, "I just got Toilet Smasher title. Woo!" And it was the first time I realized that some of you are referring to
We're definitely getting
Thronebreaker
emoji character.
as
It's either Spiral, Shatterstar,
and I loved it. It took me multiple reads to actually understand that that's what was happening. I was very
Another thing someone mentioned is that Shatterstar is actually.
But I want to encourage you all to start referring to Thronebreaker as Toilet Smasher, and please come to the forums and let us know
which is something you can
when you've achieved it, so that I can help you celebrate your Toilet Smasher title. All right.
Thanks for the mod, man. Hope everyone's doing well.
Moving on to the next here from Instagram, the Vision So Far White Tiger.
Damn, got some disrespect to Spider-Punk.
Thank God Spider-Punk is not in there. And I just wanted to take this moment to address you all on a personal level and tell you that this hurt me deeply.
He voted for Spider-Punk.
We talked about it on the last stream as well, and if you followed us on Twitter, I'm talking about it there. It's in the forums, it's everywhere. I'm mourning the loss of Spider-Punk, okay?
All right, sorry, I missed some things on chat.
It was just right there in front of us, and then it was just snatched away.
The main month, I can't wait. April shaming gets added.
Whatever that means. And I didn't appreciate using this opportunity to take a jab
Adam
at
Warlock
my
is
boy
coming this year.
Yeah, that being said, there was 109 likes on it, so I kind of laughed at how far from the majority.
Hope we get more champions real like we did for Black Cats.
But thank you so much, Disc Thrower, for popping that on our Instagram. And we have one final one, a special treat here.
Yeah, we did, because in the Inside the Contest video.
From Instagram, the Summoner's Choice 2023 announcement from an anonymous source. Names have been changed to protect the not-so-innocent. Can y'all stop banning me for using cheats?
That's funny that they would even talk about that.
No, we cannot.
Hey,
and we
won't,
cheaters, and we're not going to stop. And we're coming for you, so stop cheating. And we've got Thor Jane Foster there, wielding the ban hammer, ready to go. And that concludes our first iteration of Noteworthy community quotes. Thank you all. If your name was read, massive shout out to you. We want to do another one of these in future, so make sure that you're coming to hang out and letting us know what you think about our content. I'm going to be honest with you.
I'm sure Spunky will eventually come.
So if you're going to come and you're going to make fun of a bunch of stuff, if you're going to make fun of it, at least be creative.
I think there are like Iron Spider, Superior Spider-Man.
All right, so that concludes
front runners.
Noteworthy community quotes. Let's move along in the show here. We are going to dive in
Absolutely.
to a little bit of an overview of February's monthly content coming to the contest. We have posted more details over on the forums. You will also, I believe, see an in-game link that should lead you to the same information. All the rewards details are there. We're just going to hit brief overview stuff, but we've got our event quest for the month. We've got... where we got this information. Give me just a moment. All right. Our event quest for the month. Cassie Lang has arrived in the Quantum Realm to team up with her dad, a.k.a.
Oh, look at that
Ant-Man,
graphic.
Scott
Actually,
Lang.
in fact, I'm going to take a
Pym Labs around the Quantum Realms are in danger, and a strange visitor from the future is claiming to be an Ant-Man who has arrived.
One thing about like doing these Twitch streams is that they delete their VODs. So I think it's always kind of nice to
shifting over into our
side quest. To save them. You know what I mean? Like I feel like with M-Rock, they just deleted everything. And everything I had saved, luckily I had most of the game saved. It sucks when like these VODs get deleted. But also it's like you had to be there to experience it.
Is Mojo becoming our poster child?
Hawkeye, K Bishop for March. Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
I'm still saying K Bishop and Vision are coming to the game in March.
Diving into, we have 2 new champs coming to the contest this month. And we put out the reveal trailer for them recently. First up, we have Ant-Man Future.
Yeah,
I talked to the design team. They wanted me to let you know that Ant-Man Future's design was inspired by his limited appearance
not coming. Your prediction's
in a few
wrong.
issues
Look at them now.
Ant-Man's
Look at them now.
60th
Look how beautiful he looks.
celebration comic. Our art team prioritized capturing the way he uses his nano ants in the comics in their design. From a gameplay perspective,
he's got 4
Ant-Man
appearances.
Future
He's got
controls
one main appearance, and then him time traveling to find the other Ant-Man in the other 3 issues, but
power low,
he just looks
he can
so
intercept
cool.
them more often, gaining armor up buffs
he even looks cooler
to
unmasked,
activate
I gotta
his
say.
surging
He's got like a beard and like...
Moving along here, we've got Cassie Lang coming to the contest later this month as well. The team had this to say about Cassie. Cassie Lang's design is directly inspired by her new look in the MCU.
Look at that, she shrinks.
The art team took a preview of the costume and tried to remain as true as possible to the original look while still putting their own spin on things, all the way down to the shoes, which is my favorite part.
Besides the reveal trailer, but like actual
Cassie's heavy attack charge allows her to shrink down and avoid incoming attacks for a limited time.
That's cool.
And Cassie also has unique power stings that refresh when they get popped, so you'll need to use her taunts.
They have not revealed it. They set a 1-hour timer at the beginning
to
of the
maintain them, dealing a ton of damage in the process. And that's what we've got coming to the contest this February. Stay tuned. Check out all the other resources that we have for you on our social media accounts and in the forums to get some more details about those things. Taking another moment to say hey to some new folks in chat. We've got Silent Sword. We've got Karate Mike. Oh my goodness.
Is that a Quicksilver poster?
We've got King Aries
again.
That
on the right side?
And
like, my camera's
H6 Tread, welcome on in,
cool.
everybody. If you are hanging out and if you are new to Twitch, this is a brand new platform for you. You don't have to make an account to watch this. You can just hang out and take in all the information. But if you want to participate in the conversation, make yourself a little account, pop in, make sure to hit that follow button so you'll be notified every time we go live. We're intending to do these at least once a month and hoping to ramp up to doing 2 of these a month. So it would be fantastic to have you guys coming back for each and every one.
Have to wait and see.
Couple new first-time chatters.
Which version of Cyclops should get buff, Blue Team or New
name. Danny, Sage, Crayfish, welcome on
Either
in,
one,
everybody. And I want to say a massive shout-out to anyone that is watching
I think
this
Blue Team
stream
just for the 90s,
being restreamed through any of our content creator programs. We're going to go on a kind of ad hoc basis for
I need
this
Gladiator, White Tiger, just going to be as
when we're going to allow that type of thing.
We don't know for sure if she'll be as difficult.
Us for certain things
I think it's a weird perception.
So if you're enjoying your time there, fantastic. We'd love that for you. We wouldn't mind if you headed over to twitch.tv/kabam and just hit that little follow button.
That's one
it's going to do wonders for us.
It's pretty sweet that she gets her dad's animation.
Let's get into something that I'm very excited for. Each and every time we do this, I get jazzed up for it. We're going to talk to a couple of our content creators.
Let's go.
We are very lucky to not only have one, but two talented, passionate content creators coming to the show today. We are going to be talking to Xander Scar and the one and only Karate Mike. They are going to tell us a little bit about their background with content creation, and they're going to tell us why they think the champ they want to win should win. We'll get there. So we're going to bring to the show our first guest, their first time appearing on the stream, a content creator with a whole lot of passion for one character in particular. Please welcome to the show, Xander Scar. How you doing, Xander? Welcome on in, dude.
Hey, it's glad to be here. Thank you so much.
Of course, man. Fantastic having you here. Of course, if people want to check out Xander's content, I'll tell you right now, head to youtube.com/XanderScar. You will not be disappointed. We've been getting to know Xander a little bit as we've been leading up to this stream, and it's a ton of fun. Fantastic energy coming off of this gentleman here, and we'll keep that going. I want to know more about you. We got to let everyone know who you are. What motivated you to transition from an MCOC player to an MCOC content creator?
Honestly, it just boils down to me loving playing video games.
I just wanted to know way home shirt. I know exactly what
like playing video games, and it's just overall a really good time. And I've had a lot of fun making videos, starting up live streams, interacting with everybody. It's just a super fun time.
I get it, man. That's one of my favorite parts of the job. That's why we're doing this the way that we are. A lot of your channel is I don't want to say focused around, but is featuring Miles Morales as a champion. Can you tell us what your connection to Miles Morales is and how it came to be that you're so passionate about that character specifically?
So he was my first rank 3 6-star back in 2020, and then once the buff info...
Oh, and showing his YouTube channel, that's pretty sweet.
Like, the news that he was going to get a buff went live, I was excited, and... a little more and more, I decided to just have some fun with him, take him into certain pieces of content.
I wish I had a character like that where
Grandmaster,
could do everything in the game with.
Pain released. All of that was just such a blast for me.
I love it. We're showing right now a little clip of Miles Morales versus the contest. You're clearly proficient with the character.
One of the best. Hey, what's up,
how to play this one, I think Xander's the person to go to.
I appreciate it.
When the initial champs were announced for Summoner's Choice 2023, the initial 8 that were coming to this contest here, who were you voting for right off the hop?
Spider-Punk.
Spider-Punk, number one.
Yep.
I promise I didn't bring Xander to the show just so that I could also strengthen that we should have had Spider-Punk. That was a coincidence, and I promise you that. Now that you've switched gears and you've converted to a White Tiger fan here.
Yeah, White Tiger fan.
Lay it out for us. Why do you think she would be a great addition to the contest?
Well, I'm a big fan of Mystic Champions, honestly. So my first like 4-star, like rank 5 4-star was Scarlet Witch. I had a ton of fun with her. So it's just a really deep connection to back.
Sunfire would have been an Inferno Horseman. I absolutely think so.
Say White Tiger
wins. That Punk would have been
what do you think is one
must-have element
which
is like the
in
first
her
time
kit?
we haven't
What
seen,
is something that needs to be there to satisfy everyone who voted for it?
Maybe Nangog, like
so.
Just
I didn't know
thing,
much at the start.
It would be really unique, I think.
I was talking to Slayer, like, hey, what do you think she should
Slayer
have?
Gods.
And I kind of agree. I think she should have some sort of like camouflage, some animal-like senses, and some psychic resistance to her kit.
Just like I said in my video.
I think those are solid picks. And we'll be talking to our lead RPG designer later in the show. Maybe they're going to share a little bit of insight into that process and in building out a kit and what that looks like. All right, as we kind of start to wind down here, if Tigra is announced the winner in about 45 minutes... Sorry. I wrote Tigra in my notes. That's on me. If White Tiger is announced the winner in about 45 minutes time here, what are you going to do to celebrate?
Honestly, I'm just going to be over ecstatic. I'm going to be excited that somebody that
Pop Champagne.
I voted for wins.
No, we're not.
I like being able to see the personal investment translate into success in the game. Again, everybody, if you want to check out some more of Xander's content, go to youtube.com/Xander.
If he has time, I might ask him to come on.
Xander, thanks so much for popping in to hang out with us here and share a little bit of insight and your passion into White Tiger.
Thank you.
Thanks, dude. All right, as we go to set up for our second guest here, I wanted to do a little bit of trivia with you
would have been cool to seriously vote in the game.
Chat.
Bring unique champion, absolutely.
I have a question for you. Feel free to throw your answers into the chat here.
But Nova Spider-Man,
according to
Spider-Man, it's absolutely
character length. So name length. Who has the longest name in the contest? That's including brackets, hyphens,
Oh,
spaces.
shoot.
Who has the longest name in the contest?
Who the hell?
It is indeed Angel. Immortal Abomination, Iron Man Infamous, Beta Ray Bill Wen, that's not a champ, maybe never will be. Kidding.
Guys.
I don't have any control over it. Looking here, Devil's Hell Kitchen.
Hell's Kitchen's
I'm seeing a lot of answers. I'm not seeing anyone with the right answer.
Really?
It's possible I missed
I have no
something.
idea.
Cosmic Ghost Rider in here as well.
People want White Tiger.
Oh, we did see a first correct answer from Hatsalem, and it is indeed Captain America Infinity War. Brackets and spaces get you far. All right, that is 30 total characters. And shout out
I always wanted to do like an
Hatsalem
MCOC trivia,
for
kind of
the,
what they
being the first one in here.
Unofficial Marvel
All
Champions
right.
podcast did. But,
we are now going to
never got
switch
time to make
gears,
it.
and we are going to bring in someone to tell us why Gladiator should be in
Blizzard,
the
Rocket,
contest.
Raccoon, Blue
We
Outfit,
have a
Weekly Sigil.
prolific content creator
Sigil
and someone that I've had the honor of speaking
funny
to prior
enough,
to this very interview. Please
Rocket
welcome
in
to the
Melbourne
show,
Railway Champions had
the
a
one
red
and only
outfit
Karate
of what we
Mike.
have in game, but
How
I
you
for sure
doing,
think
dude?
should
Welcome
get an
on
updated
in.
model. That yellow outfit's
Jackson!
outdated.
Oh my god, dude. So
Hey,
it's a
Karate
pleasure to see
Mike.
your very handsome, chiseled face. How
Oh,
doing,
you
buddy?
stop that, you flatterer, you. Okay. Karate Mike, I want to let people in on the secret, okay? I feel like some
God.
people might not know about you, and something that we've discussed in the past is that you are a performer and a lover of musicals. What is your favorite musical and why?
He's in
Jackson, that's a
he's in
secret.
a few
But
movies.
since the secret is out, I guess we could spill some of the beans. I still have those beans. I
Forgot
stole
the name of
from
that
Brian,
horror
so
movie that he did.
We could probably talk
Or,
about that a
I
little
think it was
bit.
a
Man,
horror
when it comes
movie.
to musicals, though,
That was
dude,
pretty funny.
it's a hard
There's
question.
lots
It's
of
like
geeks
asking
in
me
there, search
what
up his
my
name.
favorite champion at MCOC is. There's so many. Because there's some that I want to be in, there's some I've been in, there's some I like to watch.
Beyond
and
would be
listen to,
overrated.
but if I had to like pick one
Overrated
that,
or
that I really
overpowered?
do
'Cause I
love,
feel like Beyond
I'm a
could
really
be
big
pretty
fan
interesting.
of falsettos. It's a very beautiful show.
You know what's kind of
Wonderful
interesting
music,
is
great
Adam
story.
Webb in the comics has his powers
Of course,
now.
you know you gotta
Fun
give
fact.
the lovely Miz, the classic. You know, but it's kind of like. You know, Les Mis
Mike
is
just got
like-
back from
like
the
the
gym so he could
Hercules
have
of
a
musicals.
pump
It's
for
like
the
a
camera.
cop-out, like picking that one for the favorite.
You think he'll flex
It's
when he
so
says
good.
Hercules?
It's boring at this point. You can't just be like, oh, Les Mis. It's just easy, you know. But I love that. Something Rotten is so much fun. I've always had a soft spot for Jekyll and
Mike,
Hyde.
the speaker of
Jesus
Cosmic
Christ
Perk,
Superstar,
Beater,
Little
Bill,
Shop of
and
Horrors.
Gladiator.
All of
Like
us.
those.
There's
Favorite
actually
ones
a
I've been in.
pattern here.
Big fan of Young Frankenstein. I
Nice.
really enjoy that one quite a bit. Beauty and the Beast, actually, better on stage than in the movie. Unpopular opinion, maybe.
See, I'm not a stage
Spelling
person.
Bee,
I don't
that's a
like
good
going
one, but
to
there's so
like
many.
theaters,
There-
man.
There's so
Like
many,
live
but those are
performances
just some I've always
for theaters. I gotta
liked
say,
quite a
it's
bit
not
more
my
than the
go-to.
others.
Love it. And we
I say-
learned today
Yeah.
Sandman,
Les
Hydra-Man,
Mis,
Spider-Man,
OP.
Spider-Mary
Nerf
Jane
Les Mis.
should come in
Nerf Les
Kangaroo
Mis.
Man.
Nerf Les Mis.
Okay,
Interesting
you
choices.
went
Sandman,
all
I think, for sure is
in
coming,
while
but,
campaigning for
Hydra-Man, I think,
Hercules
has
and
been
for
teased.
Summoner's Choice, and we love
Spider-Rat,
that
Mary
energy.
Jane has
We
not.
love to see that level of
Kangaroo
commitment in the
Man,
community
definitely
here.
not.
What do you
Theater
think
shows
it
are
is
awesome.
about
They're just
Summoner's
not for me.
Choice
I
that makes it so meaningful
know.
to the community?
Oh, dude. I mean, Summoner's
Well,
Choice
again,
is
sorry,
just
I'm
so
gone for a
much
while,
fun
but I'm
for
back
me
now, so I didn't
for
miss anything.
So many reasons. you know.
Xander Scar was
There's
on
usually
here
about,
earlier.
Like, what, 8
talking about he's voting for
champions
White
or
Tiger.
so,
He
something
said
like that.
Spider-Punk lost.
And you know, at the end of the day, there's usually
They
one
talked a little bit about
or two
Cassie Lang,
that
showed
happen
her,
to stand
showed
out.
some combos
And
for
that
SB1.
tends to happen.
They showed
They
Future
usually make it
Ant-Man,
towards the end,
which his name's
usually,
Zane.
but, you know, it's always a good time
Some people
to
call me
see
Future
people
Ant-Man
rally behind
fam.
those
I gotta say, that
champions,
kinda
even
sounds
if for
nice.
some strange
yeah,
reason
so they
I
said a
can't
1 hour
possibly
timer, like,
understand, they rally around Spider-Punk or somebody like that.
30 minutes ago? So we got 30
but
minutes
it's always
until it
fun seeing
happens.
people take those sides. You know what I mean?
No
And
space.
of course, if
Had to
you're on
hop
the
in
women's side,
and
it's
hop
always
in
fun
when
to
I saw
follow
you
the
live.
process,
Jay
seeing the
Cassie looks
champion,
amazing. Future Ant-Man looks
you know,
so
go through
good.
the
Yes,
3
absolutely,
stages
man.
of votes,
Hey, what's
see
up,
the
Grass
champion go
MCOC?
through the design process,
How are
the
you
behind
guys?
the contest videos, all those great things that happen.
Grass, you're live
And
as
then when
well,
you finally
right? I
get
just
your
saw you were live
hands
reacting.
on those, you know, those champions when they finally enter the game. It's so
Yeah,
much fun because you see
are you
that
live
entire
still, or
process,
did
you
you-
voted for
did
them,
you
you're
end the
part of the
stream?
reason why they enter the game. And then
Oh,
on
yeah, you did
top
end the
of
stream,
that,
okay.
you know, adding
Well, I appreciate you,
24
dog.
champions to the game every single year, sooner or later,
They
some
confirm
of those other
Mystique to the
champions
Super
are
Duper will
going to
never
be added to
end.
the contest. So
The
for example,
Mystique
we
coming
decided
to the
Zemo,
game.
right?
Troll.
And a lot of people were on the Zemo train last year, so I'd imagine that those people who really wanted Zemo, even though, you know, he didn't win, he didn't make it to the final 2 last year when Zemo got
your
added
internet
this year,
crash,
they
that
were
sucks.
incredibly hyped because that champion they really, really wanted finally made it to the game. So they kind of like plants these seeds of like these champions that will eventually be in the game, hopefully at some point, and then
Agatha, beat it right, Bill. Come on.
As opposed to like a random ad, every 2 champions every month. This one like holds some weight.
You need to predict her?
For me personally,
the only reason I haven't predicted her is just because
I always want to Beta Ray Bill in the game.
Kabam constantly saying she breaks the game. That's the only reason. If they weren't saying that, she would be on my predictions for years now.
Of that champion,
literally the only reason.
So that's just something that's
Marvel's
so great about the whole
Marvel
process,
Girl's model is in the MCG files. Yeah, Jean Grey is already in the game.
I only started as community
manager.
She's
been in several
event
quests,
but
she's not playable, which I think
sucks
because she'd be such a unique mutant.
And I'll
better
say,
psychic
even
abilities,
to this day,
psychokinesis powers.
Don't understand, and people have explained it to me. I'll say that people have explained it to me, and I'm like, cool, got it. But I don't got it. All right, Karate Mike, lay it out for us. Why, in your eyes, does Gladiator deserve a spot in the contest?
Oh, dude. I mean, come on. Are you kidding me? Like, I'll answer it if you need me to, but I mean, have you seen the guy? I mean, he just looks like the perfect candidate for a Summoner's Choice champion. He looks like a champion. You know what I mean?
I was pretty happy that he was in this vote.
Mohawk. He's got the frame that you need for a champion. He's
got the physique, is what he's saying, because he's
the guy just has a very
he's a gym bro.
history in Marvel Comics. I'm personally shocked that 8 years into the game,
I believe there's a reason why they put certain champions Summoner's Choice
as an ad at this point, So I just
the
feel
reason
like
they choose them originally is all of them they want to come to the game, but it's a popularity contest. Whoever
I love about him
ranks number 1 comes to the game fastest. Is what Kabam said. So.
Into the game,
but last year there was a clear thing with Quicksilver being one of the most wanted champions of all time,
really great,
just
first champion
winning over
there.
everyone.
That could
so,
bridge into other things as well.
Yeah.
But even more importantly, rich history aside, when it comes to gameplay and design, if you look at the small little design bubble that was granted for him back when, him and White Tiger were the final 2, there were just so many things that pointed to Gladiator being the guy. It said Gladiator could defeat the mightiest opponents just because
Destiny, I don't know if she'd be that unique of a character.
He's capable of incredible feats of strength and speed. He has nearly limitless power. It says that he builds
Hercules, but he can fly.
as he gains buffs and as he defeats opponents.
We're in Gladiator, but we'd have another contest. We could have like another contest where we'd be needing champions like
me. That's just a really cool concept of a champion design. And now, listen, I'm gonna need any of the balance designers over up there at MCOC to just take your knit hats and cover your ears a little bit. I know it's cold up there right now, so just cover the ears.
Yeah.
That design kind of reminds me a little bit of another Summoner's Choice cosmic champion that goes by the name of Hercules.
Hey, at least he's calling it out.
Be a little bit OP.
A little bit.
Now, if we're voting for a champion to enter into the game, right, to be that face of the franchise for the next year, don't we want that champion to be just maybe a little bit better than others? So if you ask me, if you have to go between Gladiator or White Tiger, who, by the way, I'm not hating on the Tiger. I personally love Tigra. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of cats, as everyone knows that. Here's my cat Snowball, by the way. This was my Christmas present from my girlfriend Riley. Love cats, right? I'd be super happy with White Tiger. But when we're voting for this champion, Gladiator just seems like the guy. And that's just got to be my take on it, Jack.
That's a compelling case, and you know what? I've seen some of this from you in the past and trying to corral people into the specific vote. So, hopefully it worked out for you. I don't know. Like I said, we've got the answer in this envelope right here. It's sealed with a star sticker.
Look at that.
And this was actually my gold star. Mike gave this to me when I did good work, so I got a little gold star. But we will be revealing the winner here in probably about 30 minutes. We'll check the timer in a short time here. But honestly, anyone who wants to go check out Karate Mike's YouTube channel, youtube.com/KarateMike415. Go check them out. Drop a follow. Check out all of their edited as well as their live content. I promise you will not be disappointed.
I gotta get Mike on the podcast.
Thanks so much for joining us, Karate Michael. I appreciate you sharing your insights.
Thank you for
having me on, man. Cosmo the dog should come.
Awesome, dude. Take care.
I think Cosmo the dog should be an NPC or be like a relic, but I don't think.
All right, everybody. We are moving along here. Let's take a look at the timer. What do we got? We got just over 30 minutes on the timer here. We're going to bring in our next guest to talk a little bit about things, but I just want you guys to take a second and breathe. I know 30 minutes seems like a long time, but we're going to get there, and we're going to learn a lot along the way. All right?
Shadow King, Riptide,
now, again, chat, now that there's more of you, who did you want to win? Who did you vote for?
Hey,
and
what's up,
again,
Jason
big
Boris?
shout out to everybody watching right now, not just here, but through our YouTube content creators as well.
It would be.
Please, please, please come in and say hey to everybody. Alpha Pasta wants Spider-Punk. Me
Alpha
too,
Pasta.
dude, but
Okay,
I'm sorry.
I know who that is.
Again, every time I ask this, I see a lot more white tigers than I expect.
Like miniature art. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's some Gladiator in there too, and I respect
Tiger,
the passion on both sides.
It's kind of interesting.
This has been genuinely one of my favorite months working as a community manager.
I don't know,
Maybe
that shows my age.
Has shifted to.
I still wasn't around when the X-Men animated series came out.
What is something awesome that we can bring and work together to accomplish? And I really, really enjoy this type of thing as well.
Eventually, but he's not coming to the game this year.
I just want to let you guys know here that we will be doing a Q&A. We have a catered Q&A planned coming up here. So if you guys have any questions, we can keep them broad if we would like, but we will be bringing on an RPG designer as well. So if you have any questions about champ creation, we'll take some time later. Throw your questions in the chat. We're going to have one of our mods pull those ones, make a couple of selections for us, and then we'll get some answers for you guys live on the stream here right away. And that's one of the beauty things about being live on Twitch. We can get you that information very, very quickly. And
good work. Then we get, you know, when it goes so similar to Sasquatch,
go by as they're all chatting, and I love that.
Mastermind would be kind of interesting. He's actually
Yellow
mentioned
jacket,
in
what is your
Psylocke's
skincare routine? Just water. Also, I'm wearing makeup, so there's that.
Just
all right, everybody, let's move along here. And let's bring on our next guest. We set up for our tech run
Can I have the
earlier
Aegon
in the week,
helmet?
and I had an absolute blast talking to this individual.
That was
they are responsible for a lot of things that you all are
that was for
very
charity.
familiar with
They
in the
made,
contest
I think they made 2 of them, and they gave one away for charity at New York Comic Con
lead
2018.
RPG designer. They are going to join us right now.
And same with that Morningstar
we'll see them in just a moment.
In the background. But yeah, right. Moose made one actually. He made a replica of it. And he gave it to Marcus Pack. So you could print your own.
All right, everybody, please say hello to Aiden, our lead RPG designer. How you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing very well. I'm excited to be here, excited to chat with you guys. These are always some of my favorite conversations. I love talking to the content creators as well. But
how do we know who the winner is? You have to wait 30 minutes for the live announcement.
MCOC is such a massive beast. And at the same time, as much time as I spend trying to learn,
the hard thing with Kabam employees is that, like in the TCP, right? They're all Kabam and their username. So when they say their real names, I never know who they're talking about. It's so hard. Like unless you watch like the Comic Cons,
we're going to pull some questions from the audience later as well, so you're gonna be able to answer some directly to our summoners, and I think that's great. Awesome.
Oh yeah, so it was Quicksilver. Okay, so it's from the TV. Right. Okay, I was wondering, like, do they have a poster?
Have you been working at Kabam? And can you give us a little bit of a walkthrough of your journey to this point?
Yeah. So I
have that crystal right there, the skill crystal on the table.
5 years this coming April. So that's like what, 4 and 9 months or something like that.
Nice.
9 months.
I've been working in games for coming up on a decade now, something like that. And I've always just been, based in the Vancouver area.
Which design? What'd you do? Green X Factor, X-Men Legends,
or game design program I took, and then after that, I way through a couple different companies.
Wonder who they use for the silhouette? Probably the basic silhouette. They use that same, not a similar. They use a similar one when Black Hat and
we're
Scorpion were coming.
Grateful
if you
to
remember
have
that?
You here.
Oh, thank you.
Let's back all the way up.
Sure.
Do you have like an early childhood memory
Flores, I think green outfit.
Something that really got its hooks in you and started a passion for gaming?
Yeah, memory's kind of fuzzy because I started playing games.
I want that
so far back
so bad. They never released it
together, but I've got good memories of like Super Mario 64 on the N64.
So it's seriously strange why he's not in it yet.
Twisted Metal on PlayStation 1.
It's not sus. It's just what happens is he was in the second vote.
PS2. Like those are kind of like my
in
early
round 1. So they brought him back for the underdog vote because he lost. So they gave him the second chance.
And
he won that second
just,
chance, so then he got his actual second chance. So it makes it seem like he's got this weird thing where he's been in all summer shows, but in reality,
I just want to take a second here and shout out Kabam Mike in chat. Twisted Metal best
an extra chance to get an extra chance. If that makes sense. So it makes him seem like he got so many chances. In reality,
I love it. Okay, so then you started playing young. Like many of us probably did. When did it kind of occur to you, hey, maybe I want to do this as a career, and this is something I really want to lock in and work towards?
Yeah, you go through junior high and high school, and there's the various guidance counselors that are asking, teenagers functionally, hey, what do you want to do for the rest of your life?
At 15 years old, we should decide.
Got it all planned out. It's excellent.
I actually knew what I wanted.
That's a pretty daunting question, but for me, it was always
I've been a graphic designer for a while,
games,
but I knew I wanted to do
computers had always been my passion, and so it's a pretty easy, this is what I
for
love.
Polaris used the design from the 90s.
You've been getting that message for, your whole life. Yeah, you should do what you love. You'll never work a day in your life. That's not quite how it works. But, I kind of just figured from there that I would go into the industry. I did, computer science programming jobs first. That was kind of my in, and then I made my way over to design a couple years later.
Cool. So I'm very new to the games industry, though it's something that I tried to pursue for a really long time. It's something that I've been very, very passionate about. And I like to kind of shed a little bit of insight for maybe anyone in a similar situation. Do you have any advice for anyone looking to get into games as a career?
Yeah. I can only really speak to design specifically, but that's also
I like the new outfit,
one of the more nebulous or harder ones to get into.
An homage to her original outfit.
My best
Do you think Bullseye will come out in 2024 and 25? It's hard to say. I'd have to see the roadmap.
But if you're looking to get into the industry, you have to also
which version of Cyclops would be the best? Buff blue team or
player?
Realistically, if they buff both,
red
team should be Xavier School should be
just take
he's
notes
not. He doesn't
and think about the games.
He makes his own. Basically, he kills Charles Xavier.
Stuff that you like,
and he makes his own school. And so he's kind of like a hardened Cyclops. And so he kind of doesn't hold back as much, especially from having the Phoenix Force.
What makes a Zelda game a Zelda game? What makes a Mario game a Mario game?
Of course, but
how do Mario games compare from 20 years ago?
He even fought Legion. He lost. But he was still not kind of holding back.
Like rigorous.
So I think he realistically
like a whole journal with all your thoughts on every single game you play. I don't. But just getting in the
Iron Man Classic
of
Thor when
thinking about them
absolutely.
From that a little bit academic perspective will absolutely set your path and get your brain thinking about how to make games. And then from there, obviously it's pretty complicated to break into the industry sometimes. But approach
they don't need to be the same. They just need to be
step one for me.
That definitely echoes some of the best advice that I was given as I continued my pursuit. In one of the interviews, actually, to start here, they said to be analytical of the company that you're going to interview as well. So if someone came to an interview for MCOC and they wanted to do an RPG design, is it beneficial for them to come in and say, hey, I broke down these last 6 champs that you created, and this is what I noticed about them, and this is kind of the perspective?
It was more about getting an internship, but they were like, we don't do internships.
That's something we actually will look for in interviews sometimes, depending. You don't necessarily have to have played a ton of MCOC.
They are hiring, so if you're ever curious, if you want to go into that,
but we'll use that as a
sign up on their
point
website
for the conversation. Depending
a lot of time their staff
players,
comes from the gaming
interviewees
college
most recently played
university
champion
they
is their
have in
current
Vancouver.
Favorite. That's
but
a
they always have
springboard
open
for further design conversations and starting to pick their brain about how they approach games and how they work.
He is on my prediction list for the end half of the year.
The meat and bones of what we really care about is your design mentality and your ability to craft interesting.
Do you think we'll get Phantom X this year?
Absolutely.
No.
Let's dive into.
And in fact, Kabam Gabe, the former director of Kabam, said that there was an issue with him. He was supposed to come to the game instead of Iceman.
Champs that you contributed
but something happened where they legally couldn't do it.
So
I don't know if that's been fixed yet, equally. But doesn't look like it. But there is possibility. We are getting an X-Force member.
I'll do
it's not impossible.
So I made Aegon, who's got a bunch of stuff around here in the studio. I'm a Frost. I did all the Fantastic Four, so that's Reed, Sue, Human Torch, and Thing. If you ever lost a fight against Thing, I'm sorry, but I'm also not really sorry, but I am sorry. I did Warlock. I did Hitmonkey, Sorcerer Supreme, Mojo.
So this is Kabam Niv. I said that at the beginning of the podcast.
Most recently, just in the last year, I did Hulkling and Jessica
This is Kabam Niv.
Nice.
You guys didn't know, so we did Emma Frost, Aegon, like I said, Human Torch was Woman, Warlock, Vision Arcus, Mitch Fantastic, Mojo, Source Frame, Jabari Panther, Purgatory,
champs to contribute to the game.
He's done a lot.
You mentioned Jessica Jones.
Yes.
Before we dive into full-on Summoner's Choice, let's focus on some stuff because we got an announcement in about 20-25 minutes here, which is exciting. What we're going to do...
Who won? 25 minutes until the announcement.
I want to know about Jessica Jones. The throwing the kitchen sink?
Yes.
Where did that come from?
That actually came from the art process.
Okay, cool.
We have a really good collaborative back and forth with the art team, obviously, when we're brainstorming and coming up with the cool stuff that these champions do. And for Jessica specifically, we had this really cool idea of basically throwing random stuff from the SP1.
Random bullshit go.
Her
literally
improvisational street PI
Legion might come.
Vibe.
Oh, I would.
So
I hope
we
so.
worked with the art team and came up with the list of
Where's my
props.
statue?
There's 8
Where's
of
my
them,
action
which
figure
is
of him?
a lot by our game standards. And then from there,
so much cool
the design
Legion
kind of just
stuff,
came naturally out of it. We had the kitchen sink, and there's that very well-known phrase about everything but the kitchen sink. And so I was doing the design for her, and it was just like, oh, well, this ability basically writes itself. Just do all the things.
Let's get him in the game.
From there, the rest of the kit just worked out cleanly. So yeah.
I think it went over really well. Yeah. So, there is kind of this process that a lot of people won't know about.
We all won.
Our team and RPG.
Yeah, 25 minutes until the
end. Bringing a new contest because they both have a stake in it. They both have responsibilities towards it. Summoner's Choice also now mixes in a marketing team that is a part of it, and the team that I work with.
What kind of Kabam guests would you guys want on the podcast? I'm looking at
create engagement and bring everybody together to pick one.
Our next Kabam
so being involved in the previous
but
iteration.
I'm curious on. Have there been recently been trying to go at like different
or
parts of
surprises
Kabam, like
to this year's campaign?
We've had a quest designer, we've had a champion designer.
Let's start from the beginning. How
we haven't
did
had
we pick the initial 8?
We had live ops. We've had different things. So I'm always curious on what people want to see.
This year,
still,
was
we
unique.
haven't had Niv on.
The underdog kind of pre-vote where we brought back a bunch of popular choices from previous years. So that was just like an initial kind of interesting change here.
I'm not even sure how to even contact the CEO, nor do I think
we're still
it would even matter because the Kabam CEO doesn't oversee contests. He oversees everything
from there,
does.
The other
I'm not too sure how interesting that would be.
It's a pretty collaborative process. We work a little bit.
Arcade
with
Spiral,
Marvel,
White Wolf,
like
Red
interesting
Wolf.
characters we
Red
haven't
Wolf
done
is a
yet.
cool
We do try and make sure there's one of each class.
Crystal,
Cloud9,
because
we want to make
Angel,
sure that opportunity is available for players who like certain
Angel,
classes.
Salvador, Baron,
and then it's just
Baron Striker,
sure
Madame Hydra, Morgan Le Fay,
covering different bases, different kinds of characters.
That's a terrible Marvel name.
Aren't in the contest
Maybe
yet,
Unit Man.
or like previous fan favorites.
It's funny. I have
this year we did
I have an emote on Twiz because I used to be in the affiliate program.
Kind of
so I made that Unit Man
as far
emote.
as the
I could put it in chat right
community want. Last year in particular, we kind of knew going in that Quicksilver was going to be incredibly popular because he'd been requested for so long, and that it was still a very interesting vote process, but it kind of spoiled the surprise a little bit. And so we do actually try and find champions who could be evenly popular.
They learn their mistake. Is what
that was the process behind the initial 8.
Yeah, I saw the list. I gave my opinion on them. It was not requested, nor was it important that I did, but I was like, oh, from the list of 15 that we're considering, these are my thoughts. I don't think any of them progressed, but there was a very conscious effort
but sitting on a game
we're not going to put
Thrones,
an A tier and a D tier into the same thing. We wanted to kind of keep everything even.
Iron Sword,
I really enjoyed that. I see a lot of people in chat throwing in
Cosmo sitting next to
who they most want to see in the contest, which is great, and I love that passion, and I'll say this. Some of them might be coming because most people don't know this. We plan about a year in advance.
Absolutely. So at this point, pretty much all of 2023 is mapped out. Maybe November, December, there could be a bit of a shift there.
That's interesting because I think Agatha is going to come in November, December, but they might delay the show.
Which is
so that's what I'm curious on if she'll actually come this year.
Going back with Marvel, thinking about classes, thinking about important narrative events you want to have over the year. So that's the process starts over a year ahead of time for most champions.
Yeah, and things change along the way. Yes. And sometimes that's inevitable and that happens, but for the most part, you guys are planning so far in advance.
They plan always 2 years in advance.
And it's encouraging to see.
They confirmed to plan a year in
post in the
advance.
forums, which, hey, come hang out in the forums, where people are like, game's dying. And I'm like, I don't think that it is, you guys. We've got stuff planned for over a year now. And we're planning all the way into 2024.
It doesn't matter how much they have planned, because Everard gets planned far in advance. And it was just monetary value.
Let's circle back a little bit more to Summoner's Choice
so
here.
As long as MCOC is making money, no problem.
It seems like to me, in a lot of the
in
conversation
Twitch chat, they were talking about
Onslaught
and Deathlock. Yes.
People seem to be voting, even from when the original 8 were there. They're voting for who they think will be the strongest champion. And I pinned it right away that I think that that's a wrong approach. Because
so they're saying,
what's the added responsibility
don't
to creating
vote for
a Summoner's Choice champion
it's weird because
versus just your average
Hercules
February
set
champion?
a really high standard,
I
and
think that the thing I kind of want to kick off
that wasn't meant to set a standard. Remember when Guillotine won the vote?
Really
everyone was like, "Why isn't Guillotine the best Mystic in the game?" Because Hercules was the best Cosmic in the game.
Fun,
so it's not. They're not going to continue that. In fact, they've said they're not. So don't expect Gladiator or White Tiger to be the best character in the game.
That are
Magic's still kicking. I am Uniman. Another variant is done.
Lore and backstory.
The Twitch okay, I read that. I mentioned Stormbreaker.
I said earlier, I love all my children equally.
That's
kind
we
of
have
Stormbreaker.
Ember Shamrock had Stormbreaker.
Really good by these really
MCOC used Stormbreaker for the meme. Stormbreaker has been in they showed it in the Battlegrounds
kind of more
cutscene.
pressure.
Stormbreaker has been in the Collector's Vault. I don't know why Beat Rebel is not in the game, man. I'm hoping Deathlock comes next year to see how Mega said no. Well, Deathlock
we can just not spend time.
Lost the first round,
so
the possibility of him coming is very, very tiny.
And that kind of rings all
Devil
the way
Dinosaur
through.
might come or Relic.
We really don't want
could be
any
for
of
sure.
our champions to wind up being
don't have that on my predictions
or underwhelming or not well received.
Though
we want to set out to make
former Kabam Gabe said Moonboy and Devil Dinosaur were going to be in the game a few years ago.
As I saw that
he showed
kind of
art
conversation,
of concept art of them. So
it's going to be good no matter
Kabam Jack said champs
like
like Onside
Deathlock
that people
I want to pick this one because they're going to be best. We're going to make them good, you guys. Don't worry about it. You mentioned your team.
Yes.
Now, RPG is a big responsibility. We're putting out
when is the next roadmap coming? Someone asked.
Champions each month. It's very, very important to the people that they're
I'll have to look back on that fast.
Represented. They feel fun to play. All these types of things. Walk me through your team a little bit. How many people are there? What does that responsibility share look like?
So there are 10 designers on the RPG team in total, and then we have a handful also balance designers, and they're the balance design is also part of the RPG team, but their responsibilities are a little bit different. So it's 13 people in total, give or take.
Yeah.
And we spend most of our time just working on the stuff that gets into the game. And so, there's the 2 champions every month.
Yeah, another thing with Twitch chat is you can't scroll all the way back. That's another thing I don't like about it.
The bosses for each new story chapter.
Thank you, Jim
The designs for those fights are driven by the RPG team.
Yes, everyone keep requesting Onslaught.
The quest or the encounter design team a lot. We'll build them new buff nodes and effects for players to interact with.
It sucks because Onslaught is really cool, but the thing we have 2 Magnetos and 1 Professor X.
Abilities we want to see in the contest.
I want Kabam to do them, but I wonder if he's not going to be the most OP champion. People are going to be upset. If Scarlet Witch was a mutant, she would be 10 out of 10 Horsemen of Apocalypse.
Yeah, we cover a lot of bases on the team.
Yeah, I mean, it's a massive responsibility. Like we said, so much.
The actual show got delayed, but they know Disney shows.
It's what people want. It's what's drawing people to continue to try to progress. It focuses in on every single fight. It has a hand in every area.
We haven't seen a planned release with the Disney.
We are going to just take a quick look at the clock here, and we got about 15 minutes before the grand reveal here.
Falcon's buff being released early because Falcon Soldier got delayed.
So it's kind of that's good. That's important. That's
Sam
what we
Wilson
need.
being delayed a year after his show came out.
Before we kind of continue this train here, and again, I want to get into some community questions. We've gotten a few that's been flipped to us already, so keep them coming, and we'll pick through for some of the best ones here. I have to ask you though,
Miss Marvel Carol, dude,
is Summoner's Choice 2023 rigged?
People forget she's in the game.
No, it is not rigged.
Okay.
If we
shut down my favorite
games. A champion
that
we liked in the contest, we would just do it.
We do that 22 times a year anyways.
Yeah, we have that power. We run the whole pipeline. And so if there's a champion
what games
that we want, we would
What games did you play that got shut down by Disney?
Do it.
Yeah.
Because Kabam, their games weren't shut down.
It kind of harkens back to a lot of my job. When you engage with any particular portion of the community, you may think you're talking to a lot, but there are so many people that play this game, you're not talking to a good representation of it, right? So I've seen that is a conversation that I've seen a lot of.
He has been mentioned in Act 4.
They rigged it.
Like, when you fight Dr. Strange in Act 4, he's like, go away, Blackhearted Demon.
But it is important to kind of remember that
illusions.
There are so many people that you can never really accommodate for how hundreds of thousands of people are going to behave. So when
Quicksilver got 1.6 million votes last year. Just to put that, he won by 1.6 million votes.
The other thing
so does that mean he that's how many votes extra he got when compared to Agathor in total did he get 1.6 million votes?
We do pick
and how is that going to be different this year?
22, 23 champions in a given year. This is the best opportunity for us to get that community input. So if
and especially everything about how many, do they count the overall votes or the end of the final round votes? I'm curious to see what the numbers are. Because compared to Hercules winning against Omega Sentinel with only 465,000 by 1% margin,
the general broad spectrum approach to each of these champions, right? So we have 2 left. We've got Team Gladiator and Team White Tiger here. Don't feel that you have to put a face on for this.
Okay.
Who do you want to see come to the contest as a winner of Summoner's Choice 2023?
I would prefer to see White Tiger.
Yeah, I was going to see.
personally.
Is that from a design perspective of like what you want to bring
He's
to a
done
character?
quite a lot of
or even
mystics.
from, like,
Purgatory,
a gameplay
Mojo.
We talk about it a little bit, that we get the misconception that we don't play our
Source
own
Supreme.
game.
Oh god,
We play it a
all the
lot.
time.
We play it all the
Yeah.
time, and we talked briefly that it's very comical that you've designed all these champs, and yet some of them aren't even on your roster.
Oh yeah.
We play it, and we have to earn what we
Yeah,
get.
and there's a very special hell about fighting your own champion and losing. It's
Yeah.
like I made you. I know how you work. I'm still losing. This is frustrating to me. Who did this? I did this.
I made so many wrong choices.
I think they were right choices. I'm just mad at myself.
I like that.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's dive into some questions that we've been flipped here from the community. Who do we have going on here? Looks like we've got a question from Parker Beaver. How do you ensure a champion is balanced and not too strong or too weak as you add them to the contest?
So that is a complicated question.
Well, they're gonna tell us who won like
it's
15 minutes.
Not even something that's entirely within my discipline, because as I mentioned,
think we're
we
getting
do have
Valentine's
our
crystals like
balance
Roden
designers
Gambit,
as
Cyclops, and
well. We approach it
they did already
in a few different ways.
show
But the
Valentine's
most
crystals,
important thing is,
by the way. You can check Cat Murdoch
goals.
has a picture
When
up
we
there.
are designing champions, we come up with actually like a quite elaborate, like kind of almost multi-page list of things we want to accomplish with that champion. And that can be stuff like
remember we had John on the
other
podcast
champions
and
in
he
the
was
contest
like,
we
if
want them to be
it was
good
up to me,
against
I'd
or bad
nerf
against
Hercules, and I had so
certain,
many messages saying,
paths
Kabam, I'm
and
nerfing
nodes on
Hercules,
the
what is wrong
various
with
maps.
you? Kabam, no.
Like, you know,
I was
when
like,
we're
all he
talking
said,
about
he said
the
Hercules
Alliance
is never
versus Alliance
getting, like,
seasons and the
never
changes
getting
that are
nerfed.
happening there, we'll
So
notice,
it was
oh,
so
you know,
funny. They were like an
a
outcry.
particular lane has had a lot of the same attackers for a very, very long time.
I hope
Let's think about
Balance
mixing
Program
that up
gets
for players,
interesting, because
providing a new
I think
defensive
Spider
threat for
Supreme
them
should
to
have
use.
got a little bit of a buff.
And then we'll also talk a lot about lore
just me and many other
and
subjects'
gameplay
opinions.
feel. So a good example is
Which Rocket Alpha do you
the
like?
Hawkeye rework with his perfect release
Anyone
mechanic.
not in the game.
That
I think
didn't
the one
come
in game
from
is like
game
such a
meta
boring.
perspective. That came from the
boring
idea of I
outfit.
want players to feel like I didn't do the rework. This is a teammate of mine, but it came from that idea of wanting to feel like that accurate, skilled archer. And so we have a very, very, very long list of goals that we do for every single champion, and that's what a lot of the design process is. And then obviously, we do the design, we build the champion, we do the play testing, and then the way that the ensuring of balance comes is just at various points during that process. When we're looking at the original goals, we might say, does this champion target too many things? Are they not targeting enough things?
Countag
Do
is
they
doing a
have
sculpt
a
of
minimum
Ant-Man,
amount of,
future
utility
Ant-Man. Look how
abilities
cool
to
that
feel
looks.
useful? Are we worried that
Love
they
it,
have
dude.
access to too many different sources of damage that'll make it difficult to tune their damage down the line because they'll be, really, really spiky, where they'll have to be like low all the time and then high later. So it's very much we look at the goals when we're doing playtesting.
Club
we keep
Penguin
an eye
team
out
to
for complicated
played Club
play
Penguin, I feel
patterns
that
we
one.
might miss
Pirates of the
or things that
Caribbean
are
game.
worrying. A perfect example of that is
I played Club Penguin.
Tigra.
That
Her
was
ability
some
to dodge under
memories in,
projectiles
like, 2011.
is a very, very, very powerful and unique ability that contributes to her
Guardians of
power
the
budget,
Galaxy
and therefore
versus
she
the
would
X-Men.
have to pay a cost of that power budget somewhere else. And then obviously we get to the final stages after the playtesting is done and we're wrapping up the champion. Our balance designers really, really get in there. They test them in all kinds of different paths and content and scenarios and gameplay styles to really try and push these champions to their absolute limit. And then we try and get them to conform to their original goals. We have some damage numbers we try and
The winner's soon, yeah. We got
make
like
sure
10
champions
minutes.
land in. That's where our champion attributes system comes in, where we have an idea of kind of a points budget for certain champions. So it's very much just across the whole process, balance is important to us.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a massive
It'd be crazy,
process,
because
and
Kabam are
that
doing the
even
the
still
Twitch.
is only a
Imagine
snapshot of it,
Twitch
and it's
drops.
already so intricate.
I'm just
so,
saying. Imagine.
Kudos to you.
You know,
and
you
the
go to New
whole
York
team
Comic Con,
here.
you get a free
Let's dive
crystal,
into
right?
a next
Twitch
question
drop,
here.
guys. Just saying.
Kylak in chat asked, when picking a champion's utility or resistances, do we factor in
There's also
the
YouTube
comic
drops, but
history?
they like
side of
Twitch.
things?
By and large, yes. We will sometimes have to make affordances for the fact that this is
I'd like to
supposed
work
be
on making
a
myself
game.
into an
And
MCFZ
so,
character. That'd be pretty cool.
The classic example is
Hey, ask
Punisher versus Dormammu. In the comics,
Nick
you
Koss
can't really
or,
shoot Dormammu. It wouldn't really do anything. She'd be immune to bullets. So we do have to make concessions in that way to ensure that we are
start
still
going ham on
creating
some
an
abilities.
interesting fighting game.
Hey, what's up, Magic Jam?
But
How are
the
you?
comics absolutely also
Can't wait for the 2-star
matter
Twitch
to us
drops
in that way.
I'm thinking exclusive
when
profile
coming up
pics
with
or exclusive
resistances or immunities
titles
or effects
just
that,
getting a nice
champions will interact with.
like
It
Twitch.
either
Imagine
pretty
like a
much
Twitch,
comes from
a
either
Twitch
entirely
crystal,
a lore
like a purple
source of the
crystal, and it
character
guarantees
being
5-star
particularly
characters or something
resilient,
like that.
or a well-known
That'd be pretty
comics
cool.
fight they had where they beat Iceman, and that's why they might, be resistant to cold or something like that. Or in the case of Sasquatch, he's just a furry man.
Hey,
beast,
Iceman is
so
finally being immune to cold
for that
snap.
reason.
Let's go.
The best.
Yeah. So that's absolutely a lore thing, and then we will occasionally. They will almost.
Who would win
come from the
Cyclops or
lore
Havoc?
originally,
Neither.
and then
They're
we might
both immune to
tweak
each other's powers.
the specific effect or the
This is
choice
the most
between
even fight in
an
all of
immunity
Marvel.
or a resistance or a full-on punishment
They
effect
nullify each other's
based
powers,
on
literally.
elements in the champion meta and the actual moment.
That's why in game they don't do damage.
So we have about 5
Besides
more
punches.
minutes. Yeah.
Nick hasn't
about
uploaded in 2 months.
more
I hope he's doing
until
well.
the next
He
one.
actually,
Yeah, but it's wrong.
he lives
We've got
around the
about 5 more
war
minutes
that's
until we
happening
take
out
a
there
peek here in this envelope
in Russia
and figure out
against
who the
Ukraine.
winner of
So
Summer
I
Sports
hope the
2023
best,
is.
and,
So we're going to get a
my
couple more
thoughts
questions in that
love
time,
him.
and then we have
So I
the
hope
big
everything is all right.
announcement. I'm excited.
hasn't posted in a long
Aiden,
time, so
from
I'm
Viz
definitely hoping everything's
Norviz,
all right over there.
how do you see champion design progressing and evolving in the next couple of years? A little theory, a little philosophy for you.
That's interesting because it's even evolved a lot since I've been on the project.
It's such a complicated game, and every time we add a new champ,
So Jim,
they
this
come
is
with their
Kabam
own
Niv.
additions to the game,
He's made
so it's
several
continuously
champions. He
evolving.
just recently made Jessica Jones.
What I would say overall is that over time we need to spend more time planning, and we try and look farther and farther and farther ahead. And so when I first started on the project, I would say the champion design was a little bit more so in the reactive category of things, where we would take a look at the champion meta as it existed at the time we were doing the design, and then react to it.
Right,
that's why a lot of characters right when I started were bleed immune, because Blade was super popular. But then
as it should be.
And then over time, we try to just get better about reactiveness can absolutely work, and is also what players will seek. But we were having a harder and harder time moving things around and creating new design challenges.
Got a
and
meeting
design
starts at
space
3.
for
We'll come back
ourselves
into the
and,
announcement later. Bye, guys.
trying out
Hey, thanks
new
for coming by,
things
Bowtie.
in certain classes. And so
Appreciate it. And
we
I have something
rather than being reactive, we are
sweet,
looking farther and
to talk
farther
to you
and farther
about,
ahead. So over the last
when it's announced,
2-ish years, we've started looking,
I mean, you'll
2
know
months
when
ahead,
it drops.
4 months ahead, 6 months ahead, 8 months ahead, at that roadmap that we're planning out a year in advance.
It's not a
planning,
roadmap.
okay,
really,
we know
kind of, but it's
we'll
not
be
related
releasing,
to
for
that.
instance, a certain number of mutants in a given year, and so what needs to happen to the tech and skill classes because of that, or
Too many cosmics.
there's certain elements in the Mystic class that are feeling a little bit repetitive. So what are some new abilities we can try out in Mystic that will make these new
definitely
champions
noticed that
feel
this,
unique,
compared to
and
last
not
year,
just,
how many
I don't care about
unique
that because I already have something
characters we got in certain classes.
Yeah. The more that we add,
Mantis versus Phoenix,
the
Moon Knight versus
more
Gambit wrote.
niche,
Getting a lot of verses over here.
requirements.
You asked earlier.
It's niche unless we do the good work of creating that space for ourselves.
True.
Of making a totally new challenge or a champion that is really insurmountable in the ways that players already
Mantis
have
versus
access
Phoenix,
to. And okay,
Moon Knight versus Gambit.
that can be tough to deal with for a
That's
while.
a hard one, actually.
But then that
Moon Knight
gives
can't
us the
die,
ability to create
but Gambit is
new
overpowered as
swaths of
hell
champions that
with his
tackle those
kinetic,
problems in interesting ways.
with
And then
his kinetic
the sweet
powers.
spot is when you can create a champion
Maybe Moon Knight just because he can't die. Rogue versus Captain Marvel.
addresses a
Rogue
specific
can
problem
absorb
that
all
players
Captain
care
Marvel's
about
abilities,
in
so
that
Rogue
moment,
kind of wins.
but then
Though
also
she
does
needs
enough
to
new
touch
stuff
Captain Marvel.
that now you've also
if Captain Marvel gets
created
resistance, Captain
a
Marvel.
new tool that you have to then design against
Kind of
down the
interesting
line.
fight.
Yeah,
Hope Nick is
and
doing
that's
well.
true, right? The other
We
side
was going
of
to
the
do a collab
game
with him, but it's
evolves
very bad
at
time.
almost the same
I was
pace,
also going to do a
and now
collab
you're
with him.
seeing newer
Actually, I
challenges,
messaged
and we
him
can kind of do things like that.
all the way in
which I
the
love.
beginning of last year.
Shout out to Soy Sauce Shoddy in chat.
It's
Firstly,
crazy, and obviously the war is still
Thanks so much for
happening.
being here.
It's
Just says,
insane.
I just want the envelope with that sticker. Go check out Cap Murdoch on Twitter. Fantastic
Cat Murdoch.
artist.
I just ordered some stuff.
Does a lot of our very, very cool stuff.
Aegon
so definitely
related.
worth your time. We got time for one more question before the big moment. And again, I want to say,
one question before the reveal.
I've been specifically denied from knowing.
I got
this would
kicked out of
normally be part of
meetings.
my job to find out as soon as it happens, but no.
We're gonna ambush you after one more question here.
I gotta have some words with people after this.
Okay, from Finland.
Okay.
Close.
Like the whole country?
Finlynnd. Maybe they speak for the whole country. I can't say for sure. Is there a set of fights in the game that are almost always used to test a champ's kit? Like when we have content creators that are like, we're going to test it against this person, so you have a benchmark. What do you guys don't do that. You use something different.
Poor Winter Soldier.
I just made a post
beat up so much. You know, we do have like special dev and debug punching bags. We have characters that we have, like, you know, debug characters that are entirely blank.
They showed
slates
that in
that we can just
the
wail
Hercules
into. We have the
video,
ability to like just
I
entirely
think
also
in Hercules
turn
video,
the AI off.
where they showed that
and, like, interact with
developer
various nodes. We have the ability to
and
test
maybe inside the contest
pretty much any content we want.
Like the balance team
and
has.
So it kind of goes
access
back to the whole balance thing I was talking about. If we just need to like do some raw DPS testing, all you need is a meat sponge.
We just
with
gotta
a little
beat
bit
up
of AI
Winter Soldier
and
until he starts
bless
beating us back.
his heart. That is what Winter Soldier is a lot of the time.
The poor guy.
And then, you know, certain early fights in various story chapters we will also use when we need the health pool to be smaller. But then we can also just create whatever fight we want. If we're making a champion that is targeted at a specific ADA lane or ADE identity, something like that, we will just recreate that path in a debug map, and we'll just run the path repeatedly over and over again. So it actually goes back to the whole thing I was talking about. It's what goals do you want to hit, and then you test those goals. We have that power.
I think that's an important framing thing. In the time that I've been here, I always try to give people a perspective of intention.
Yes.
It seems to be what everyone asks for, and I'm happy to give it to them. Intention. So what we're seeing and what they're seeing at sometimes are different. They want a good champ. But we set our own intention. We set our own goals, trying to create a champ and say we want them to thrive in this environment, right? So I think that is an important distinction to make.
And there is one last thing on that note is that, you know, that overlap is important.
Gives,
we know that when we set
nothing's set in stone until it happens.
When we are able to correctly identify what is valuable, what feels good, what is fun to play as, then in meeting those goals, we also like
get whatever happens. You want the best
by players.
You know.
Okay. It's a big
gold pool buff. Well, they don't buff trophy
camp
for some reason, so probably.
Are you ready?
Please open that envelope.
I'm gonna open it one more time. From chat, I need to see who you want as the winner. I need to see it right now.
We're having Wolverine
Please
event,
send
so
your
hopefully
good energy to this envelope, and we can see who has the victory here in just a second. Come on, everybody. Come on. There we go. There we go.
All my Cat Murdoch stickers are like
the hype is real. The hype is real. I'm going to pop this open.
I have a 6-star and
the winner of your Summoner's Choice 2023 is, by 50.5%, Gladiator.
What? Gladiator won? Wow.
Congratulations,
0.5%.
Gladiator. Rich the man in chat with a big what? Hard.
So that means he wait. That means he won by
0.5%. Now, everybody. 50.5%, everyone.
That's unreal.
That's so close. I think that's the closest we've had of any of our other Summoner's Choice campaigns.
The first vote was by 1%.
Cool. Well, congratulations to Gladiator.
The second one,
congratulations to Gladiator.
By a big margin.
We're gonna start building.
This one by 0.5%.
Yeah, I got people who have been like also waiting on this announcement.
Damn, maybe I should put all my votes on White Tiger
now, please.
Can we start our jobs? Yes. And we were like, no, we have to do confetti.
Wow. There's a live stream.
Gladiator freaking won. New Cosmic Champion with confidence
counter. So congratulations to everyone
feats of strength
who wanted Gladiator to join the contest. Unfortunately, for people, myself included, voting for White Tiger, that's a close but slightly disappointing.
Yeah, I never say like it's hard because like when you look at like Twitter stuff and you look at like
that's the thing too. They're never
that's such a small margin of people saying it.
But on the other
side, when it comes to the in-game of millions of players,
too, that people were like, they were the runner-up. They're gonna get added anyways. Not really.
Anyways, could be like a decade from now. You never know.
It's true.
And hopefully White Tiger comes out next year
anyways. Playing this game.
Nope.
Aiden, our lead RPG designer, thank you so much for sharing all of your insight into the industry, into your career, into your job, into everything Summoner's Choice.
I do a Gladiator portrait.
This is great. This is
I already did one.
I'm glad that
you already got some ideas there.
Thank you.
You can just blow mine out the water.
It's my favorite way to end anything. And before we let you go here, we want to let you know about our next live stream. We will be back again on March 3rd. We will be talking about new and exciting changes coming to Alliance War. And of course, we will dive into all of the content coming to the contest in March. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for being here tonight.
Come on, give it to us.
I mean, it's tonight for some of you. It's only afternoon for me. But thank you so much for being here. It's because of you guys that we can continue to do this. And it's my favorite way to engage with each and every one of you. So please, 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 please come back to these streams. Tell your friends about them. Bring them out. If you're watching on a content creator's channel, thank you so much for tuning in. And for those content creators adding to that content, thank you as well. But please come over to twitch.tv/kabam
I wanted to make sure
to drop a follow. These numbers are important to us to prove that we should continue to do these streams, and it's something that I love to do. So please give us a hand on that. Again, we are working to new and exciting features here, and Twitch allows us to do that. We are working towards Twitch drops. Again, if you're unaware,
I like to do them when they're in the game. So I
through
probably
very
won't be until it comes to the
intelligent
game that I'll
people's
do
minds, be able to create software that will allow you to receive an in-game item for watching content of MCOC here on Twitch. So please, please, please continue to be here. Every single one of you being able to chat with you in chat was fantastic.
So
today.
right now they're at 900
A
views.
big thank you to everybody who made the show possible.
Take
That's
care.
our production
Peace
team
out, Jim.
here. We've got James, Finton, and Rob. Of course, to the man, the myth, the legend, to Mike, my boss. He said I was allowed to, so that's important for me to be here as well. And a big thank you to all of our guests here. Again, Xander Scar, Karate Mike, and our lead RPG designer, Aiden. Everybody, again, March 3rd, mark it in your calendars, write it on sticky notes, remind your friends, come hang out here again at twitch.tv/kabam.
I like
everybody,
these are pretty
thank
nice.
You so much for being here. Have a great day. I'm Jax.
All right, that is it. I got my full webcam so I don't leak anything. But yeah, that's it. That's a full Gladiator win. I should take a screenshot of let me actually do that. Let's take a screenshot of the win. Okay, here we go. But yeah, crazy. 0.5% is insane, I gotta say, man. Insane. Oh, man, I keep losing it. Let's put that on my desktop so we can put it on screen for you guys. There we go. Gladiator wins with... Oh, that did not work. Oh, that did not work. Freaking 0.5%. It's kind of insane. It's kind of insane. All right. Let's exit out of here. Let's check Discord. Goodness, man, that's insane. Like I said, I did not expect him to win. That is pretty sweet. Yeah, another OP Cosmic, yay, hooray! Hercules 2.1, my enthusiasm is through the roof. Yeah, I lost my fun now with the game. It's kind of disappointing, obviously. I mean, it's another thing is like, White Tiger probably will come to the game next year, right? So, oh, my Twitch chat, my YouTube chat is actually working. Okay, I did not expect that to work. That's actually kind of cool. Yeah, Gladiator wins. Now, time to install the game is Cosmic Sans. Kabam. Hey, they like their Comic Sans. It's the best font ever. It's absolutely not. If you guys know anything about typography, it's horrible. All right. I didn't see a single point or anything in winning in favor. Yeah, he lost pretty much every fan vote I saw on Reddit, on the forums, on Twitter, on YouTube, like Legacy, Karate Mike, Slayer Gods, all made posts, and he lost each one. And I've always said, even though the people who are on the internet and talk about it and vote for that character, like, you guys remember the Ant-Man versus Guillotine vote? Ant-Man won everything. And then in-game, Guillotine swept him. So, it's just, it does happen, It kind of sucks, but at the end of the day, I know he's going to be a great champion. He's a character I've been wanting for a while. We have Darkhawk, who has the Shi'ar Raptor gem. We don't actually have a Shi'ar Empire person, so to have someone from, Gladiator, from the Shi'ar Guard is pretty sweet. I gotta say that exciting lore-wise is because we don't have the Shi'ar Empire in the game. Though, I kind of voted Hercules once... I I kind of voted Hercules back then, like once my character lost, is because I wanted Ares to come to the game. So he might be the first year Empire person for a while, which kind of sucks. Just goes to show a lot of people aren't on socials. Yeah, absolutely. Not gonna lie, I have a hard time believing it. Well, they have the receipts, dog. I mean, oh man, that sucks. 0.5%. Like, it sucks too when you realize, like, oh man, maybe I should have put all 8 of my votes into Gladiator. You know what I mean? Vulcan, Deathbird. Yeah, Vulcan would be cool. Deathbird as well. Liliandra. How do you say her name? Liliandra? I don't know. She'd be pretty cool. Lots of cool characters, but crazy. Discord's going crazy. People are saying the wrong champion won. Oh man, we need Ares bad. Yes. I was just telling Kabam, we need Ares actually today. I'll move on. Oh man, that is interesting. Gladiator can fly too. Hercules can't. Well, I said that earlier. Yeah, Gladiator is Hercules, but he can fly. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting because it's weird because we have Gladiator, right? His name is Calark. That's Clark Kent into one word. Calark. He's based off Superman. Hyperion is based off Superman. Icarus is based off Superman. So he's really the third Superman type in the game. So it's kind of going to be interesting how they deviate from Hyperion and Icarus. And I'm very curious to see how he's going to work, especially now that we have Hercules, who also works on feats of strength and being a cosmic character. So you have so many cosmic characters in the game that have that same archetype that I said. Yeah, Sentry. I was kind of trying to stick it to the cosmic class, but yeah, Sentry, of course, another Superman type, and Void, a monster Superman type. But yeah, man, White Tiger fans were too toxic. Were they? I didn't see too much toxicity. I saw a lot of toxicity with the Bullseye people, if I'm being honest. But for sure, never be toxic. I mean, I'm not that upset that White Tiger won, because I'm kind of a person who, like I said, it is what it is. But oh man, I want White Tiger to come next year. I gotta say that. So Gladiator is the real Superman. Lol. He's got the red cape. He's got the mohawk, the purple skin, the red and blue outfit. I hope they go comic. Like, I hope they go his original appearance in the 90s, in the 97 show, with that blue and red and the yellow. So, and cause he had a black outfit for a while, but it looked all right. 60% charges, 40-second indestructible at the beginning of the fight. Goodness, 40-second indestructible. I think for sure he'll have a confidence counter. Like we saw, like I said, Purgatory has that counter, right, where she has to keep up her charges. I think it's gonna work similar to Gladiator. And with Psycho Man, that'd be interesting if he just totally gets rid of that counter. That'd be funny. Do you think there's a chance that Shadow King or Azazel are gonna coming this year? Shadow King, no. Azazel, not as well. So eventually it'll happen for Shadow King. Shadow King and Legion would be such a nice month to come to the game. I'm just saying. It'd be so cool. Everyone would be excited for getting everyone should be excited for we're getting Absorbing Man and Spider. Everyone should be excited. We're getting Absorbing Man and Spider Supreme, so we'll definitely get more Mystics to counter Gladiator. Goes White Tiger will come some beginning of next year. Yeah. That'd be cool if they automatically. That'd be interesting if they start working for counters for him. I mean, they have to plan them at the end of the year this year, so lots to discuss. It's the based Mohawk. It sucks that YouTubers were brigading their fan bases too. Personally, I don't think that's a bad thing. Because last year that didn't happen at all. Or I mean, Slayer was really with Kushala, but I just knew it was a false hope, right? Because we knew Quicksilver was going to win. And for the most part, I saw some people were Bullseye, some people were Spider-Punk, some people were I think this was a fair vote. I tried getting Deathlock. It didn't work out. But I'd love to see Purple Man. We'll see. Legion and Onslaught the same month. That would be a cool month, because Legion actually defeated Onslaught in the comics. Which is kind of cool. Like last year, it actually is pretty cool. I'm worried about Gladiator damage now that DLL works for Kabam. I don't know if he'll be assigned him. That'd be pretty interesting. What do you think about Rune King Thor? Rune King Thor, first off, is one of the most overpowered versions of Thor, and is one of those characters where we have Thor in the game. We have Thor Jane Foster. We have Odin in the game. it'd be hard to do another Thor, which is why Stormbreaker Thor, Gladiator Thor, or Ragnarok Thor, we already have in the game too. So it's hard to do another Thor, especially someone who is a niche Thor. Like, he only has that certain amount during that time, so it's kind of like it's too late. There's a lot of characters like that where it's like they only have a certain amount of appearances, like 10 years ago, whatever. So probably not in the plans anytime soon. We need to start an early campaign for Deathlock. Yeah, maybe I should have tried harder. All Father Thor, if any at all. Man, M-Rock had so many cool Thors, man. Like, we had the Stormbreaker Thor was actually there. We had Fat Thor. We had Beta Ray Bill and M-Rock. Like, oh my gosh, dude. Ugh, M-Rock was so good. It only makes sense for a fighting game named Gladiator. It makes much sense. It's more appealing to me personally. I wanted Deathlock. Right? Deathlock would have been so cool. Like, come on. Like, oh. My guess for April Champions are Silver Sable and Sandman. Silver Sable is an interesting one, I gotta say. Silver Sable, Steelclad, Sandman, Science. Yeah, that's a cool one. I have Sandman and Lizard, who are both, I think, are going to be Science Champions, which is kind of weird to have two of the same class. Some people said Superior Spider-Man were Tech, which could work. Iron Spider for Tech, Silk for Science. So, Silver Sable, I haven't seen people seen. That'd be pretty interesting. Deathlock was my first vote as well. Hell yeah. A month with Weapon H and Wendigo. That'd be a cool month. Maybe next year, not this month though. Also, you have the Mystique profile pic. That's actually pretty cool. Thor is still in the movies today. Why not come out with a Stormbreaker Thor? I've been waiting for him since Endgame. I don't know. They said they planned a Stormbreaker Thor, but it just didn't happen. So maybe next Thor 5. I don't know. Lizard. Would be cool, man. There's lots of possibilities. Lots of possibilities. But crazy. Like 0.5%, man. Oh my goodness. Wow. Now, actually, look at my predictions. Let me look at my predictions. Now, obviously, my predictions for the last half of the year are not filled out yet. Or not fully filled out yet. So, I probably see the Summoner's Choice being the only character in December, or coming to the game with Agatha, and maybe Agatha brings in the Summoner's Choice character, is kind of what I expect. Especially with Future Ant-Man. If Future Ant-Man goes in the 2099 spot on the State of the Battle Round map, then I think Agatha can come with a new Summoner's Choice, or maybe he's just the December champion. I was hoping for White Tiger. Agatha and Omega Sentinel literally came second every time. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. We don't have a female champion to win the whole thing. It's so close, man. It always sucks. It always stings when they lose by such a small margin. I like the idea of Agatha and Gladiator coming in for December. Yeah. Well, don't think two champions are coming. Like last year, we had a trophy champ in Mantis, so it's not the same thing. I don't think Agatha or Gladiator will be trophy champs. Like I think. That's why I think Agatha and him could come in November, because the show was supposed to be holiday of 2023. And then, like, Trophy Champs, we still have probably Deadpool Supreme coming out, but I think that's going to be during the spring cleaning event. So, another Trophy Champ would be interesting. For sure. I mean, we still have the Sigil, too. Like, I'm surprised we haven't had a Sigil replacement yet for Sigil Witch. The last few years were obvious votes. Yeah, I agree. I think the first year was... Now, you got to remember, though, Hercules won by 1%. So, it's even though he was the obvious winner, he still... Omega Sentinel, I did not see at all getting as close as she did. So, it's insane that she lost by 1% the first time around. 50.5%, that is madness. Yeah, 50.5%. Oh, my goodness. You know what sucks? Last year, they said Quicksilver won by 1.6 million votes. But this year, they didn't show how many voters. I'm kind of interested in it. Just because you have to vote in game, so that shows how many people do 5 fights and then claim that and then do it. So, it's quite interesting. What are your 5 most wanted Marvel characters to add to the game? Legion number 1, absolutely. I don't know. There's like Legion's really my only one I want to come. I don't know. There was I had my top 5 list, but I edited it because a lot of those characters came to the game. I'd have to find that list because, like, Legion's my number 1. Shadow King would be pretty sweet. Yeah, I don't know. Like Mystique would be cool for sure. I'm trying to get like out of the X-Men. X-Men are my favorite. Not gonna lie, I have 4 accounts and use all of them to vote for Gladiator. Oh, so you're the one to blame, Lionheart. You're the one. You were that 5%, that 0.5%. That's pretty funny. Hey, I guess I could look at my shirt too. Wow, we have all these champions in game. MODOK, Black Bolt. Oh, Black Knight. That's who it was. I was like, who's the Black? Yeah, Black Knight, Enchantress, Kushala. Damn, we really have all these characters. Except for Spider-Woman. She lost. Yeah. That's pretty interesting. Monette, St. Crooks. Oh, she's pretty sweet. Did you vote for her in the and her she's in the vote to join the X-Men. So is Juggernaut and a couple other characters. Balder for me. Oh, Balder would be cool, man. Who did I get tagged on my Discord? Fired. Okay. Votes down. We won. Shadow King is a good shout. Madeline Pryor and Pilar. Madeline Pryor has been mentioned in the contest before, which is kind of cool. In fact, I think Cable said he saw Madeline Pryor in the contest before, so kind of crazy we never got her. Polaris, yeah, Polaris would be dope as well. Though Polaris having the same abilities as Magneto but better is still interesting because we have 2 Magnetos. It's hard to say Polaris is coming to the game when you have. Then again, we're getting our 3rd Superman or 4th Cosmic Superman. I want another Gambit and a Rogue. I don't know. Gambit got a buff, but I want to buff Rogue. Like Rogue is like before Legion. Rogue, Nightcrawler, and Iceman were my top 3 X-Men characters, and I love them to death. Iceman's getting a buff. Rogue, I want her to get a buff so freaking bad. Honestly, I wish I could say I was excited, but I'm willing to be proven wrong. Rogue is so close to being an OP champ. Yeah, she is sweet. I've seen some pretty sweet things from Sweeta, but I think she could be better. Where's the ban? Rogue for Sweeta, yeah, absolutely. Rogue is so close, yeah. Rogue is pretty sweet. I have a statue of her. Right? I have the Savage Land statue of her. Just a sweet character. I try to get stuff of my favorite characters. Psylocke Justice buff. I know Doc would like her to get buffed. Yeah, she'd be pretty sweet. She's one of the best Power Control champions in the game, and she doesn't play like it. I don't know. Oh, dude, Cyber, we need you. Do you know Galacta? Yeah, I do know Galacta. Galacta, such a weird name. Would be interesting too. Yeah, imagine Gallon has a daughter, and she just shows up. That'd be pretty funny. Like it'd be like, like I don't know why I just picked because Gallon's a farmer, but I just had like this picture of him saying because you know Gallon, right? A gallon of milk. Like Gallon went to go get milk, and she came to the battle realm to find him. I don't know why I just thought that just sounded so funny to me. Blackheart comic version only is my most wanted. Maximus. That'd be interesting. The Inhumans seem to like not get any love with Marvel. I love Rogue 2. I pray she gets a buff. We need more buffed X-Men. Like, come on. I'm so glad getting like we've had barely any like we've had Deadpool X-Force, we've had Bishop, we've had Storm, and we've had Iceman and Gambit and the 2 Magnetos in like 2.5 years. Like, man, I would love some more mutant buffs. But yeah, I do know Galacta. She's a weird character for sure, and the art is not my favorite. But I don't think she's planned for the contest. But she'd be interesting if they did play on it for sure. What about Reed Richards' son, Franklin Richards? I don't like Legion. Obviously, I think is the most powerful mutant of all time. Franklin Richards isn't a mutant anymore, which is cool. But Franklin Richards also doesn't have his powers anymore. He got rid of them. He accidentally lost them like 2 years ago, and he hasn't had them since. So it's hard to do a character like that. Marvel needs to figure out what they're doing with him first before he can come to the game. The Shi'ar do sound cool though. Yeah, I'm interested to see how if Gladiator comes to the game, how are they gonna explain the Shi'ar? Like we have Darkhawk who has the Shi'ar Raptor Prime Jewel, that gives him his powers with the mechanical suit. So I want them to play in the Shi'ar. Like Gladiator used to be on my predictions for the longest time because I thought they were gonna do the Shi'ar, and in fact I was one of the writers for Kabam was talking about that he wants Gladiator to win so we can write him into the story of the game to join to join Nova's team, since he's being like a giant cosmic team to assess threats and defeat him like Galactus. So, oh shoot, there's literally a character called Cyber. Yeah, okay, that's what you're talking about. Yeah, Cyber would be cool. We have Warlock in the game. Cyber would be pretty sweet. Cyber holding a sword of Warlock. It's kind of weird. Like, I wonder how they do that. When are we getting 6-star Magic? Never, because she's too broken. 6-star Wolverine? Like, come on. Yeah, I saw he was in the Valentine's Crystals, but then they changed it because it accidentally said 6-star Wolverine, so I'm curious on if he'll come to the game. Glider might come out with Onslaught because they have a story together. So, the thing about it, like Kabam just said, they plan a year in advance. So, they're not going to plan a year in advance to have a character come with the winner that is based off the winner. So, don't expect someone to come that's related to Gladiator in the comics. Because, funny enough, how I predicted Hercules and America Chavez, I said something on similar, like someone is going to be able to bring in Hercules, and I was right, because she opened a portal and accidentally brought him in. So it's kind of funny. And Quicksilver being brought in with Gallon, so kind of the same way. It's got to be someone who can bring in. And Agatha, with her mystic powers, bridging the battle realm, I think is a perfect gateway into. Because on my other predictions, like we have the Shogun Logan event, which is going to be 2 Wolverine characters, right? You know, they're probably going to come together, right? Let me see our predictions real quick. Yeah, we have an Alpha member, so maybe that can happen. We have a Captain America character, Captain America, Black Widow, that type of Patriot Garrison character coming. And then we have a symbiote character, but that's probably coming with a new Guillotine character. And so it's probably going to be either coming with the new villain that is in the Black ISO Mafia, or it's going to be Agatha, is what I'm pretty much going to bet on. Agatha coming with the winner. I really love the New Mutants movie, and I'm still waiting for Cannonball, Wolfsbane, and Mirage. I don't like that movie because I love like Legion, who debuted in New Mutants. It's not a good, like one-on-one of the comics, which sucks. But I like the visuals of the movie. I gotta say that Cannonball, Magic, even Mirage, her powers were kind of cool with Demon Bear. Wolfsbane was pretty sweet. There you go. The tweet is out on the Marvel Champions Twitter account. So delete that. Oh yeah, why didn't I do this? Why didn't I just do this from the get-go? Oh, that's much better. Best X-Men movie for me is X2. That's a good movie. I watched all the X movies as a kid. So we're not getting a 6-star. Sorry, I read. Did I read that? So we're never getting a 6-star Magic or Wolverine, but we're probably going to get a 7-star Hercules and CGR. How does that make sense? We don't know what the 7-star roster will look like. And if you remember the 6-star roster, it freaking sucked when it first came out. So I'm not sure what 7-stars are going to be like, especially when they come out pretty soon. Or is it pretty soon? Yeah, probably pretty soon. So I don't know what that's going to work, how that's going to be. You still are a kid, Jay. Hey guys, I'm 20 years old. I turned 21 next month. All right. It's funny. I just read something on the internet where it's like people who spent years in lockdown have like this weird thing where if you're 20 years old, you still feel like you're 17. Okay, I kind of feel that way if I'm being honest. Would it be funny if we finally see Tombstone in April or in April? You know, funny enough, Hammerhead is actually a good option for the Black ISO Mafia. Same with Tombstone. They're actually good because, you know, Black ISO Mafia is kind of usually New York kind of villains like Mr. Negative, Kingpin. I don't remember who else is on the Black ISO Mafia. Red Skull? No, he left the Black ISO Mafia and he joined Hydra. Or fixed Hydra or whatever the story was. I gotta remember. Who's Black ISO Mafia? Oh yeah, Iron Patriot. I knew it was Green Goblin. Red Goblin, Iron Patriot. So, there you go. BG rewards start rolling out. Yes, yeah, they were supposed to be today. So let me check that with my iPad. Would be funny. Yeah. So what about Magneto and Rogue's daughter and oh goodness. What about Magneto's and Rogue's daughter? They have a daughter together? Am I just blanking on that? First off, that like, actually I don't want to do this on like show my screen or anything like that. Much better. Much better. Oh yeah, and for hold on, if you guys want to see, let's see here, on the wish list, where's Gladiator? Because Gladiator is top 19 on the MCOC wish list, and White Tiger I think was like 86. She didn't start at 86 before the vote, so she got big bump in popularity. Have you named all the characters that are in the picture with Gladiator? I don't know them off the top of my head because I know what comic it's from. Look it up, Jay. It's cool. Magneto and Rogue's daughter. Oh no. Is it 616 Rogue or is it a alternate Rogue? I still find it funny that Rogue has like her name's Anna Marie, but it's like it's so funny because like for the longest time they didn't know her real name in the comics. Yeah, I don't think it's a 616 thing, so I don't actually know what you're talking about. I do hope Gladiator isn't wearing his pants on the outside of his MCOC design. What do you mean? You don't want the classic Superman trunks? I saw so many like people talking about that. It's been pretty funny. Kabam needs to make the next vote all female champions. We were robbed this year. There are so many cool female champions. I would totally be down for that. Absolutely. Silver Sable. We Natalie mentioned. I think it was Natalie. Not Natalie. It was Anime Catwoman. That's what it was. Crystal. I was already been in it. Silk. Morgan Le Fay. A lot of them we already had in the votes. Sif. Man, Sif hasn't gotten any love in the game besides like 2 mentions. Gotta say. Lady Deathstrike. Though I think she's coming to the game. Same with Monica Rambeau. Dazzler, give her... Enchantress? Man, nothing with Enchantress happened. Polaris. Spider-Woman lost as well. A lot of the good female champions. Cloak and Dagger. Oh my god, Cloak and Dagger. Imagine that. I still want Cloak and Dagger to be one champion. I'm so in love with Crystal. Crystal is so cool. Like, like we have relics, right? We have that striker. Lockjaw as a striker for her. Golden. Jocasta. Yeah, Jocasta would be cool. I'm curious to see if when Viv comes to the game, because I think she's coming to the game in March, if she's going to be kind of like Jocasta, since she's supposed to be the Viv prime of M-Rock. I'm curious to see. Now, if it's a whole female champion and they have Mystique in it, I'm going to be sad. I'm going to be sad. If it's anyone except Gladiator, I would have voted for White Tiger. Okay, that's fair enough. I still think it'd be sick to get more combined champions like Venompool. A cool one would be Ghost Rider and Mojo. That'd be cool. Get Kat Murdoch to make mashup art of that. I mean, she made the mashup art of Gwen Master before that happened, so hey, maybe it could be set in the stars. Spider-Woman. Nah, color contrast Trunks. Yeah, so I know one design, so he's got the red and it goes down to his like it ends. What does he have? Like he has like the trunks, but it matches his shirt. But this picture is his blue shirt. Let me find this comic art so I know what I'm talking about, because he's got a few different designs. Gladiator. Gotta always stay sharp, Marvel. What is the Battle Realm map roadmap? It is basically, it shows all characters teased coming to the game. It's a I don't even have it. Do I have it on here? No, I don't. That's funny. Here, I'll show this to you real quick. Where's mine? I just showed it on Twitter the other day. Wow, see how freaking huge this file is? Like, look at that. That's so huge. Basically, it just teases every character. Yeah, so that's what I talk about. These are all like my votes, like Agatha, High Evolutionary, Adam Warlock, Viv Vision, etc. I've been told Battlegrounds words are rolling out. Yeah, I believe they should be. Bro, your predictions lately have been dead on. Yeah, you know what I've noticed is like the past 2 years, I've pretty much gotten one character right each month for 2 years. Like that's kind of insane. Since I started making content for the game, I've pretty much predicted one character each month for over 2 years. Like obviously with help, like obviously when Purgatory came, like we kind of knew there'd be a new original. Like I didn't specifically say it was Purgatory, but you know those are command originals. You never know what's gonna happen until it happens, right? But yeah, man, it's kind of crazy, and we've had this. You know, we got correct last month, and we got correct this month, and we got correct December's month, half of November's, but I expected Fury, to be honest. Lots of months. Like it's been a long time since I've created content, and I've pretty much gotten every month right, which is kind of a pretty cool feat. He's from the future. maybe I am. All right, let's go to the Marvel fandom. If you ever need to identify a character on Marvel, go to Marvel fandom, click the picture, and hit more info, and then it'll say what characters are on screen. It's a pretty sweet photo. Though they have to have the photo uploaded, because if not, you're screwed looking for it. Yeah, especially because this one, he's wearing the blue suit, which is not his most known suit. Dang, I don't even know. They don't even have this one at all. Well, that's disappointing. Yeah, because this is one with the blue, and then it switches to the red midway through his chest, which is a weird design, if you ask me. Weird design. Since Doctor Strange 1 came out, I wanted the Ancient One in the game, so I really love Clea, and I'm excited for Doctor Strange 3, and maybe Clea come to the game with... Yeah, I absolutely think is Doctor Strange 3 supposed to come out before Secret Wars? Because if it does and Clea's in it, then yes, I think she's for sure coming to the game. If she is coming out in Secret Wars not before, like Doctor Strange comes out after Secret Wars, then I think probably not, and they'll save it for. Either way, I think she's gonna be in Doctor Strange 3. Frojo, I want the same from Crystal and Lockjaw. Maybe dash back to switch something. Yeah, I think for sure. If Crystal comes to the game, I think for sure she'll have. She wasn't in the underdog vote, which means Kabam are probably gonna look at to join her to the game. All right, I need to find that picture because he. Let's find that picture real quick. Marvel Supermans are teaming up, and it shows her. It shows Hyperion and Gladiator. There's so many Marvel Superman types. It's actually insane. But yeah, Crystal needs to have Lockjaw. I absolutely want that. It's kind of sad we never got her anyways. But hopefully she is in the plans. Yeah, but again, like regardless of them using this picture, it doesn't mean the other characters are coming. Like I said, they're probably gonna plan him to come with Agatha. Or someone who can bring him in lore-wise, or maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe he is the single December champ. But they did say the end of 2023, so definitely holiday is what I'm thinking. Yeah, and you know what's crazy? There's someone who on ArtStation, someone actually modeled Gladiator a couple years ago, and he modeled Gladiator to look like the Con's Champion style. I think I found it somewhere. It's on ArtStation real quick. Let me find it real quick. Or not. Wow. I did not find it. I found the other picture I wanted, but it doesn't work. Imagine Kalantak will have a model out soon. Yes. He already made a White Tiger one, so yeah, Gladiator coming to the game. We have Aegon. We really just need Beta Red Bill, and like we have Core, right? We pretty much are gonna have all the, like, besides Ares, we're gonna have all the actual gladiators from Marvel. Like it's kind of cool for that to be happening. I think that's pretty sweet. And first Shi'ar, actual Shi'ar character instead of a stolen Raptor crystal. But all right, I think that's gonna do it. You know, don't be sad that White Tiger lost. He's probably gonna come to the game next year. Like I said, we've seen several losers, Zemo and Omega Sentinel come to the game. So definitely could be in the plans for sure. Maybe Corsair eventually come with the Starjammers. That'd be an interesting one. I just saw other Gabe on Twitter who helps run the wish list, and he was talking about Chode and whether or not his name is actually, it's Cha'ad, like CH and dash, or yeah, middle dash odd, Cha'ad, and then and I think it was Corey was saying it's called Chode based on the X-Men series, so that'd be an interesting one as well. I know there's Corsair's lover as well. I forgot her name, but yeah, Starjammers would be pretty cool. Peace, y'all. 100%. We'll get White Tiger and Bullseye. We'll see on Bullseye. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a possibility. He is a round two loser instead of a round one. Nice stream, Jay. Appreciate it. Yeah, I always like streaming these. This is so cool. I'm glad I could do it. React to it live and catch any tidbits of lore or whatnot, and get Gladiator. So yeah, I might make a video. He'll get Z mode. It's still crazy that Zemo got added before the second place loser and the third place loser. Or I guess Zemo tied for third with Beta Ray Bill. I'm still not sure how that works. But I reckon it'd be like Zemo. We'll see. We could always use some skill champions. Could also, man, it sucks Deathlock didn't get past round one, because I still think Spider-Punk just got a tidbit over Deathlock. I'm still sad about that. Bye, thanks for talking. Have a nice, thank you, Ant-Man, Anime Catwoman. About to say Ant-Man. How did Gladiator win? I saw way more people talking about voting for, people who are online who talk about it doesn't necessarily mean that equals to millions of players in game. So you always got to think about it like that. Anyways, that is it. Thanks so much for subscribing, Jorks. Interesting name. We don't need another Cosmic God. Well, it's too late. He won the vote. There was no backsies on that. Hopefully they give him quite uniqueness. I want him to be a unique Cosmic. If they can give us a unique Cosmic, that would be pretty sweet. All right. I don't even know who's live right now. Let's check it out. Really, Gladiator as usual, useless champion. I don't know about useless. All right, Max is still live. So we can raid our good friend Max, or my ex, because he's got the AE gun in the name. So hashtag. If I could spell, that'd be nice. Yeah, if not, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll have some videos planned for the weekend, so it should be pretty exciting. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.